money, I'm a big boy. Be quiet.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Hey man, everybody join me real quick and say happy birthday, CoolCat, man. Happy birthday, CoolCat.
Thanks, Smitty. Before we get started, y'all, listen.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Turn up for your birthday. It's your birthday.
Amen. Let's get going, y'all. Welcome to Broad Street. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to another edition of B.O.B.S.
Hey man, why you playing your own birthday music, man?
My bad.
Let us do that. Let us do some work, man.
Right. My bad.
Let us do a little work. Let us do a little work. We got you.
Right. Point being, welcome to my birthday celebration of B.O.B.S. With me, CoolCat Connor, and my guy Smitty. What up, Smitty?
Man, we chilling, man. You know, coming to enjoy your birthday with you, man. You know, hang out with you, man. You know, and
I appreciate you guys.
Those street rats supposed to show up, so we gonna see what happens with that.
Exactly. Let's find out if you street rat shows up. But before we do, the word of the day. Of course, it's birthday, being my birthday. So salute to everybody. Rocking with me on my birthday. Yeah, I'm not at studio. I'm on my way home. So, what's up, everybody? We got King DV in the building.
You said DV. What's the topic?
All right. Hold on. Let me send. Actually, hold on. Yeah, let me do that. Send King DV the link. And while we do that, we'll send you guys the link too. So hold on for a minute.
No one likes us, no one likes us, no one likes us, we don't care, but barely, no one likes us, we don't care, no one likes us, no one likes us, no one likes us, we don't care, but barely, no one likes us, we don't care.
Yep. So I sent you guys the link, including King DB. If y'all want to rock with us, rock the artist, King
Hey, I'm gonna
DB.
need you to mute up, good brother. I'm gonna need you to mute up, good brother. I need you to mute up, good brother.
Huh?
It's my time now. It's my turn. I'm gonna need you to mute up, good brother.
All
I
right.
need you to mute up. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
No
Hey
problem,
man,
Mike.
this for CoolCat. This for CoolCat, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy, man. It's his birthday. 1, 2, 3.
My guy. Hold on. King DB in the chat. What up, King?
Get in the chat, man. I'm on the screen.
I know. It's my birthday, man. Go easy on your boy.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Yeah. Yep. King DB in the building. Salute to Aaron in the chat. Salute to Daniel in the chat. Salute to everybody rocking with us, man. Y'all know what to do.
All right.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Like, subscribe, and comment to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel and all of our channels. The best way to celebrate your boy's birthday is to get them likes up, get them subscribers up. I'm recording live via on a train station, waiting for a train on my birthday while holding a Saquon Barkley jersey. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. So, man, this one I really wanted to talk about since it brought up from Pro Football Network or somewhere NFC top quarterback ranking. We got Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Kirk Cousins, Jordan Love, Kyler Murray, Jalen freaking Hurts at 4, Brock Purdy at 3, Rams at 2, and Dak Prescott at 1. King, your reaction to that?
What you think my reaction is, man? Like, come on, man. We keep doing this. They are just for likes, for likes, views, and all that. That's what it's for, man. They want us to snap. That's basically what it is. There's no way in hell that he's number 4, bro. There's no way in hell. He's not number 4. He's not. Brock Purdy over Jalen Hurts. Come on, bro. Come on. Then you got Matthew Stafford.
That's the argument now, man. That's the argument now.
No. We gonna see, man, because Jalen Hurts gonna put this whole thing to rest this year. I guarantee it. He gonna put this whole thing to rest. He had one down year and now everybody better than him. And how did Caleb Williams get on here? He didn't even play a football game yet in the NFL. He didn't. That's ridiculous, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like, what's your call should have been on the list? What's his name? Dude that beat us in the playoffs. Baker Mayfield. Should have been on the list. Oh, he is on the list.
Yes, yeah, 8.
No, I'm saying the thing was in the way. Didn't see it. I'm saying who else? Who else could have been there? Like, shit, David Carr could have been there. At least he played in the NFL. Caleb Williams ain't played in the NFL yet. And they already got him better than David Carr.
Let's see. Dak should be 6. I agree. What's your thought, man? I mean, go ahead, King.
The best quarterback in the NFC is Jalen Hurts. We can't say this quarterback is number 2 when it comes to in the NFL, but not put him number 1 in the NFC. So he should be number 1. If you're a stat guy, then I see why you got Dak up there, because he put up some stats in the regular season.
Who had the most since Jalen Hurts been a starter? Who got the most stats?
Oh yeah, Jalen Hurts. I know, of course.
Oh, okay.
I know.
I ain't talking. I don't want to talk when I talk quarterback comparison, bro. I don't want you to tell me what he did 6 years before I got here, because those 6 years didn't amount to shit. You ain't do nothing.
But no,
But
man, it's
I
not.
mean,
I want to make
they
this.
want to do this. Obviously, a Dallas Cowboy fan did this.
Yeah, I'm saying, I don't want to make it a Dak versus Jalen Hurts thing. I mean, even though it's going to be that way, especially because Kellen Moore is our offensive coordinator now. But at the same time, no. Honestly, Dak and Hurts just flip. Matthew Stafford is polished, but he didn't, and he got a ring, so he got to be high. I wouldn't have Jordan Love over Kirk Cousins yet. If we go about longevity and all that, like I wouldn't do it yet. Like yes, he had a good season, but I wouldn't do it just yet.
Here's D Swift, y'all. List look good to me. And here's Zay TV saying y'all salty because Dak is number one. Typical Eagle
what?
fan.
Who
We're
gives
not
a damn
salty.
about?
Talk about. We're not salty. We're just going over what's on the screen. If you want me to tell you the truth, I can give a damn about this damn list, bro. I care about this. I don't care about
Hello?
this list.
Hello?
I'm happy as hell that my team, my players, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and so forth, is getting a whole lot of hate. They ain't even hating on Cooper, the Gene right now. So that's what I'm saying. I'm happy that he's getting hate right now because they're going to see when the season starts and how everything meshed together. They're going to see how everything goes. So I'm not worried about it. But Jalen Hurts is going to show them. I'm trying to tell y'all.
That's good, mate.
No, I mean the list kind of egregious, right? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of already like throwed off. I mean, I don't care who 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, however you want to put it, whatever order you want to put it in. I mean, if you want to, I guess the list is perspective. However you want to put the list. My list wouldn't be that way. I don't agree with the list that they put out, but
That
I mean,
list,
people put out a list every day, bro. People
bro,
got Jalen Hurts at 13, 15, 20.
bro. That list should put people in the nut house. They should be in the nut house for putting out that list.
They should have never been free. I mean, if they put a list out like that, they should have never been on the streets.
Ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous.
If you're going off accomplishments, Stafford, Purdy, Goff, Jalen. Exactly.
But you're not.
No.
But you're not going off of accomplishments, man. You're going all. It's overall, bro. It's overall.
Exactly. I mean, what has Dak Prescott done to be put up number one? First of all, it's like him number one, and he didn't even get to an NFC Championship game. Like, what has the man done?
Is this regular season? That's the only thing that would.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I think it's regular season. I don't think they're even going by wins. They're just going by stats. Like that's what it is. LeBron James is leading the NBA in points right now, all time, and he's not the greatest player of all time. Let that sink in. Yeah, I said it.
He's definitely not. Oh, bro, y'all take the link, bro. I don't want to talk to the comments, bro. I want to talk to y'all.
I
Come
sent the
explain to
link.
me
What?
how your quarterback. I know. I said I told him to take the link. Take the link.
Listen.
I know you said
D Shift is not going to do that. He's not going to do that.
Take the link, bro. Come talk to me about your quarterback. How he's so much better than mine. Please.
I think Jordan Love should be number 2. How? How?
Cool.
Yo. He on your page, CoolCat?
I don't know.
He probably on your page because he's black. I think D Shift on bro page. I think he got the wrench. Now, if you on your page,
I'm gonna pull up.
Listen, if he on your page, they need the moderators on your page need to kick him off right now for saying something like that. He's on CoolCat page, I think. One of y'all need to tell y'all moderators. I just hopped on. It's not even streaming on my channel, so I know it's on my page. Yeah. Talking about Jordan Love should be number 2. That's stupid.
He trolling, bro. You gotta let him troll, bro. Let him troll,
No,
bro.
let him talk. Let him talk.
Yeah, let him troll, bro. Whatever.
Because at
That's
the end of
cool.
the day, D Swift, listen. At the end of the day, last time I saw Dak Prescott, he made Mark Holmes look like this.
Run Paulo here, because we've been throwing the ball a lot.
Oh shit! Dad! No! It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off, it's over! Fuck. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to feed the ball. Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb.
That's what Dak Prescott did.
Every single time you play that video, man, they sound zesty, man. They don't sound like men over there, man. Take your L and dip, bro. You can be mad all you want to, but they saying we lost. Okay, like come on, man. I'm good, bro. I'm good on that. What's that?
Yeah. Hey, Samir. Samir.
Yeah.
What's up? How you doing?
So it's been a minute since I've been talking to you.
Yeah, I know. It's been a minute. I know. So what's up?
What's up? What's up, man?
We'll talk about.
I'm ready for the season to start. Yeah. We got no pieces to our team, and then we got Saquon. Saquon. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a duo for real. And then we still got AJ. Which is gonna be a monster. You know, a beast this season. So I'm hoping we'll win the Super Bowl this season. Hoping. Yeah, I think we'll have a great season though. We got Devontae Smith on the side. He's gonna do good, and we start running the ball too more. Like for real. We got Saquon. Yeah, you already know you already know Saquon. Come on, like when we go against the Giants, when we went on Giants, he was running up and down on us. Like now it's on our team. Now we're gonna run up and down on them.
So, all right, Samir. What's your thoughts on training camp as we get closer? Yeah, I'm on the Broad Street line. What's your thoughts on training camp so far, Samir?
You know he on
Man,
the grocery
I'm
line. He at
happy.
Erie right now.
I'm just excited, man. Just just yeah, man. Just excited for it. I've been waiting for my whole life. You know, see everybody on the field. You know, yeah. That's all I gotta say, man.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts on Jalen Hurts? The criticism of him. What's your thoughts on our quarterback?
I see. He got a lot faster. Yeah, I've been seeing like he get a little faster. Ain't gonna lie. I see little clips of him. He's getting faster. Yeah.
All right. So, all right, Samir. We'll talk to
You
you.
say you think Jalen Hurts got faster?
All right.
I think last year was more deceptive with the injury though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so Samir, anything else before we let you go? Because we're waiting on D Swift, who's running his mouth. Anything else?
No.
Oh, all right. We'll catch you later, Samir.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Okay. He was slow last year from a bum knee.
Yeah,
Oh, Jalen.
yeah, Jalen. Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about Jalen. Yeah.
Hey man, why you people ducking smoke? Cool cat. What that big ball head?
Well, he's driving, but you know, so
I ain't
ironic.
talking about D. I ain't talking about D. I'm talking about y'all know who I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Trolls.
Yeah,
I
but
sent the
look,
link. They
D
all
shift.
should be
You know
running
what's
their.
so crazy? When D shift is driving, and he's texting in the comments. Ain't it easier to talk? That's what I'm saying,
Exactly.
man. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Hold
Hey, you
on. We
remember
got
that?
my
You remember
man
when Jalen
Stu.
walked up?
What up,
Oh
Stewie?
man,
What's good, y'all?
Stu.
First of all, cool cat.
Yo.
Another year around that son of ours.
Yeah.
My, my,
Yeah.
my, my brother. Happy birthday to you and congratulations on another year around, man. I'm glad you're still here with us, man.
No problem. Salute to you, Stu, man. Salute to you. And we got D Swift in the chat already.
I finally jumped in here, huh?
All right. I'm mute. Hey,
Yeah.
I'll let y'all fight it out. I'm muted, Smitty.
You know, Smitty make him come out, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk to the chat, man. I want to talk to you. Now
He
you
said
come here and
Friday.
tell me why your quarterback better than my quarterback.
Yeah, now he said Friday, so I pulled up Friday. Y'all only been live 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to hear this too. I'm trying to hear
So
how.
what you want to talk about?
Dakota Rain Prescott is better than Jalen Alexander Hurts, please. I like to hear it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
trying to figure that one out too.
why I come to the realization, in all honesty, is like if I ask most Eagle fan would they take Dak, y'all wouldn't. Y'all keep Jalen. But if you ask most Dallas fans would they take Dak, I mean would they take Jalen? We wouldn't. We keep Dak. So I mean it's probably just left at that, you know.
That's called homerism.
I mean that's called it is what it is. Like because they're not marginally.
No, because here's the thing about it.
Would you
Here's the
take
thing
Patrick
about it.
Mahomes? Would you take Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
Hey, sis.
Yeah, I would
Happy
too.
Mo, what's good?
birthday.
Thanks, sis.
What you doing celebrating?
Just on the train, holding it down. You know, right.
Hey, he on the way somewhere. He about to go do something.
I wanted to hop
Yeah,
on and
I'm
say
on my
happy
way home. I got my
birthday.
Saquon Barkley jersey. I just came from work. 33 years, y'all. 33 years.
33
Woo!
years young.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your Saquon on, and because it's your birthday, I had to put your boy on.
My man still. I got the new
I had to
word
put
mark
your boy. I
Jalen
put your
freaking
boy
Hurts
on for
already
you.
at the house. I
Yeah, I
already
had to
got the
put your
new
boy
word
on
mark
for
Jalen.
you.
Yep. But anyway, let's hear from D Swift and his little nonsense about Dak and Jalen. Go ahead, D.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess like again, like what I was saying was basically overall like I'm gonna take Dak over Jalen. Y'all gonna take Jalen over Dak. Like that's what it boils down to. Like I can't give you playoffs. That's all you going. That's my only parameters. It's just like playoff wins and postseason success. One postseason that Jalen had, I can't give you that.
Hold
I
on,
can't.
hold
I
on, D
can't make
Swift.
anything up.
This
Facts
is where I
is,
got to challenge.
Dad,
This is where I got
Dad
to
has
challenge
not
you.
done it in the postseason.
This is where I got to challenge you, though, D Swift,
Uh huh.
because Jalen Hurts is going into year 4 as a starter.
Mhm.
Dak Prescott's going into year 9 as a starter. They
Mhm.
each have the same amount of playoff wins. What the hell make you say that Dak Prescott's better? If you can say that with a straight face, knowing that as a fact, that your seat's over there.
Man, I'm on the James Jones brand of like he does everything
James
better
Jones
than
don't know
Jalen at
shit.
a. I
James
mean, he's
Jones played with a bunch of guys that were the guys.
an
James
NFL
Hold
Jones
wide
on,
was a
you ain't
receiver.
third
gotta
or a
yell at him.
fourth
Hold on,
He
option.
don't know.
hold on. hold on, Stu. I got 3 questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Jalen Hurts.
Uh-huh.
I can't count your 6 years, but your 6 years prior to Jalen Hurts. But since Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott have been starting quarterbacks, who has the most total yards?
I'm assuming all this is gonna be Jalen. All these gonna be Jalen.
It is.
Yeah.
Most total touchdowns.
Tell me. Touchdowns.
And the only thing you beating me at as a quarterback is turnovers.
That's it.
I got more fourth quarter drives in winning clutch situations than you do.
Team.
You might have more 300-yard passing games than me, but in those 300 yards passing games, when I've thrown for 250, you've thrown 2 interceptions. So your 300 come with turnovers and mine come with touchdowns.
You mean you're saying total yards, right?
Yeah.
Total yards.
Okay. I mean, and my biggest thing about Jalen, and I'll be all honest with you, every running quarterback is going to be limited by that just because of, like, this is a physical game. It's a physical game.
No.
Like, and I get Dak got hurt from the pocket. I get Dak got hurt
That's
as a
false.
pocket quarterback.
That's false.
Hey, okay, go ahead.
That's false because literally, if you really think,
didn't he get hurt on the run?
I don't want to jump on it. I don't want to jump on it.
No,
Let him talk his wisdom. I don't want to jump on it.
Yeah, let him finish, Stu. Let him finish, Stu. I'm just asking the question though.
Now, what's the question again?
Go ahead, D.
What was your question?
Go ahead. I was just asking, didn't he get hurt on the run when he broke his patella tendon?
Dak, right?
Yeah,
Dak, right?
Left side of the field, going to the sideline.
That's a major freak injury, right? The probability of those things, right? That's a major freak injury. I'm talking about routine plays that Jalen's getting hurt on, and that he will, like, as a running. It's going to build up for a guy. Jalen is a great football player. Okay. I give you that. He's a great. I'm not calling him. I didn't come up here to say Jalen is trash. Right. See, that's not what I'm not gonna do. Then
I'm listening.
So Jalen's a great football player, and part of his recipe is what? When he's cooking, part of his recipe is doing what?
Running, for sure.
Running the football. Like,
for sure.
A lot of running backs who've had to run the football, like who've had success that way, they've had to change it up. Like last season, I remember Lamar Jackson talking about wanting to, like, push back from the run. Josh Allen, Vic has done it. Like, Vic was more of a throwing quarterback when he was with y'all, right?
Yeah, he was a thrower. Yeah, for sure.
But that's the system he was in, though. That's the system he was in. But go ahead.
But I mean, those injuries pile up. Like, it's a real game. Like, despite Jalen can bench 600 pounds, like, this is a real physical game. So, like, I can understand the big injury. You can put the spotlight on the big injury, but I'm talking about all the little nicks. And once you get through 17 games or whatnot, right, and having to depend on Jalen, and, like, other thing I can give y'all got way better cap management, which is very important. And when I was hollering at you the other day, Smitty, I was hollering about you, talking to you the other day about how many players y'all got on y'all's payroll.
Right.
I'm still waiting for a legitimate reason that Dak's better.
Y'all got a lot of people on y'all's payroll, as opposed to Dak counting $53 million this year. What Jalen counts like what?
You know what? That argument right there, that's the weakest argument I've ever heard.
I'm not arguing. Hold on. I'm laying something up.
His argument isn't Dak is better than Jalen. His argument is for his team, for his preference, Dak does what he wants done better than Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts runs the ball and he would prefer somebody that's mainly a passer. That's his argument, right? But
yeah,
you know me. I always come with a lovely stat. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Hey, D Shift, if you was just to guess, right? What would you think Jalen Hurts' best percentage passing the ball would be?
I say about he's probably in the 70s.
I'm saying, where would you say? Like, would you say it's on the run? Would you say, out of the RPO? Would you say play action? I mean, would you say in the pocket?
It's probably gonna be the pocket.
It is, and it's very high, bro. That's why I say when people come in here and say Jalen got to run the ball, we watched him for 8 weeks last year not be able to run the ball. and deliver the ball with accuracy, bro. He's a 73% passer from inside the pocket.
Because keep it real,
73% is
he's
if
not
you really
Lamar
want to be
Jackson
honest, Shift,
athlete. He's
I'll be
not.
honest with you.
Go
I'll
ahead.
tell you some honesty, right? His worst passing ability is on the run. When he's moving outside the pocket and making improvised plays, that's when Jalen Hurts, his interceptions go up, his completion percentage goes down. Like, he's better inside the pocket than outside. I don't know why people say if you notice how teams that made him struggle, how they play him, they force him to run one way outside the pocket. They overload blitz one side and make him move. Nobody has made him stand in the pocket because they can't do that. He's literally dotting teams up.
You know one thing about that pocket? It's a good pocket. Like, it's a real, like you had a Hall of Fame center, like, anchoring that pocket. Like, you've had like all pro guards. You know what I mean? Like, so it's been like my biggest problem with the Eagles, and my biggest, like, it's not really a fear, because if y'all do it, then that's like more of that's a help for me. But the disrespect to, like, I ain't gonna say it's disrespect, because like I don't pretend to know y'all's fan base, but I feel like there's a lot of onus on, like, the speak, where Joy and Shady just like praising so
Oh
much
my God.
of Jalen. That's just a piece. I'm not getting all my intel information from there. So before we play that card, that's where you get. Nah, it's just I'm using everything as a reference. I listen to the main media. I listen to y'all. I listen to my own. You use everything as a reference. But I'll use another example if you like. Whatever, the Cool Kids book of getting information from. But my thing is when you have such a great team, and as y'all start losing pieces from that 22 Super Bowl team, you're gonna start seeing a different Jalen. You gotta accept, because the what that machine was, you've lost parts. Like, I like Saquon over DeAndre, but how much?
A
Like,
lot more.
DeAndre got busy. You know what I mean? Like,
DeAndre in a 3-down back though.
And then you just lost Kelsey though, so that's part of your running game.
And
You
his,
gain
and no, his,
Saquon,
his
but you lose
replacement was
Kelsey.
already in the building learning from it.
Cam Jurgens is not Kelsey. I can sit here and learn
Cam
from.
Jurgens is a
I
bigger
can sit
version
here.
of Kelsey.
I can sit here and have the
We're not
best
saying
math
that though.
teacher
We're not
teach to
saying
me.
that. We're not saying that though. We're not saying
Okay,
that.
go
We
ahead.
definitely not saying that. I definitely don't think Cam Jurgens is Kelsey, right?
And that's
But
what
he's
it's gonna
gonna do
take.
things that he's gonna. But look, Shift. Here's the key. He's gonna do things better than Kelsey, and he's gonna do things worse than Kelsey. Obviously, right? He's younger, but he's bigger and he's faster than Kelsey right now. And guess
Yeah, just
what?
being younger.
You want to know something? You want to know something interesting about Jason Kelsey that nobody really talks about? Jason Kelsey went to Cincinnati as a linebacker. Cam Jurgens been playing center since he was knee high to a billy goat. He been playing that since a kid. Your boy Jason Kelsey came to Cincinnati as a walk-on linebacker. In his sophomore year, he changed to be a center. So guess what? You know why it took him so long to peak? Because he was still learning the position.
Look, I'm cool. Like, Cam Jurgens been in the league how long?
This is third year.
This will be third
If
year.
he was,
Let's go! Let's go!
if he was that guy,
What is going
Whoa,
on? What the heck? Yo, kick this guy out. Get this guy out of here. What the heck was that?
all right, look, check it out.
All right, how y'all doing this
I'm
fine
not
evening?
trying to take anything. I'm not trying to take away anything from Cam Jurgens that I pretend to know about him.
Hello?
But part of the, like, Cam Jurgens
Yeah, that's weird, dude.
he's gonna have to ascend to that all pro level to keep that.
We hear
Yeah,
you.
that was
position
weird,
intact.
dude.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. Go ahead, D Sweat. My bad.
Like, I
Oh
can't.
yeah,
I
I got a question actually.
Okay.
Why are you guys black monkeys?
Whoa,
Shut the hell up,
get
man.
him
Get
off
off
the
here, dog.
street.
You're fucking nigger, dude. You're a nigger, dude.
Oh
You're
Get your
my
bitch ass out of here,
god.
black
dog.
ass nigga.
Get your whole ass
Shit.
out of here, fuck boy.
Boy, fried
Take
chicken
him
and
off the
shit,
screen,
man.
cool cat.
Man,
Shit.
trust fund ass baby.
Yo, hey, cool cat,
Anyway,
cool cat. One thing,
Nah.
you gotta watch who you add here, man. Yeah, that wasn't Mitch.
Oh
my
man.
bad. My bad.
It
That wasn't
says
Mitch.
Mitch though.
I know it wasn't him. They do that.
I ain't
Anyway,
never had them problem like
yeah,
that.
back.
Shift.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Shift. Go
All
ahead.
right.
yeah.
I know you're
So
talking
my
about that. Go ahead.
overall thing, like Cam Jurgens, he hopefully he's gonna be a good player for y'all. Hopefully he turn into Kelsey. But right now you can't definitively tell me that. You can hope that. Like last year, I hoped that Jay Ferguson, my tight end, was gonna surpass Dawson Schultz, but it remains to be proven. But if you telling me all that, you done your homework, but just don't be surprised if it don't happen as quick as you want it to. Because if in his third season, like when you know Kelsey was that guy? Kelsey was
Probably
making
like
what, Pro
year
Bowls all
7,
pro?
year 6, year 7, he started turning up.
Huh.
It took him a while, bro. He had to learn a position for a minute, bro. He was up and down for a minute. I'll say year 6. That year 6, he probably turned it up. Would you say
Until
DV by year 6?
Yeah, 6.
About year 6. That's what I'll say.
but you agree that Cam Jurgens is gonna have to replace a lot of that. I was listening to Brunson talking about
No,
he want
listen,
Cam.
I told you, Ship. If you listen to me 2 weeks ago, I was right here. I said the biggest problem ain't gonna be blocking. It ain't gonna be technique. It's not about playing the center position. I got all faith he's gonna do all that right, right? The hiking, blocking.
checking
My
checking the
problem is
blitzes and getting
that's
everybody
the
in.
problem, Shift. That's the problem. In the
That's
NFL,
important.
defensive coordinators are paid millions of dollars to hide things
You know how
from
much
guys like
on
the center.
you know how helpful that is that Jalen didn't have that on his plate to do. Who do you think does it better
Yeah,
right now, Jalen or Cam?
you know
Who do you
what?
think who
I
do you
think
think
I
get the
think a
line
big
set
I think a
better?
big listen, but I think a big part of it is gonna be Saquon, a lot of those guys. I think everybody, got a responsibility of
They're
making sure
smart.
things are
You
good.
got
You know what
smart
I'm
skill
saying?
players. You got good skill players.
So I think everybody going, but I think Jalen trying to learn it himself also. You know what I'm saying? He know a little bit, but he don't know the level of Jason Kelsey. Obviously, when your seniority make a call, you ain't gonna go against it. Just like if you on a job, Shiv and dude been there 20 years and you been there 10. And he said, "Hey, that's not how we doing it, young fella. We doing it like this." You're gonna be like, "All right, cool. I'm right with you. You know more than me." So it's been times Jalen made calls and Kelsey like, nah, let's do this. I think the call you made was right. Let's move it to the left side. Let's move it. The walk-off touchdown against the Bills. Jalen Hurts called the draw. He called it right side. Kelsey turned back and looked at him and say, no, left side. He scored a touchdown, win the game. But it's small things like that that does help a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge. So that's what I think is going to take time learning. Him seeing it, repetition is the only way to learn, bro. Let's be real. If you ain't on the field, and last year he got an opportunity to see it live. He played starting right guard 17 games last season. He got an opportunity to see it.
Yeah, he's a starter. He's an NFL starter. I'm not
I
denying
think just
that.
the more he sees it, the more him and Jalen Hurts get
But
in rhythm and he understands what's going on. I think it'll get better. But I think
those
it's
Super
obviously
Bowl
going to be a fall off.
teams, y'all had like 4 all pros on the old line. And that was part of the ingredient. Like that's been a big part of Philly's success. Like part of y'all's downfall in some years is when y'all's O line
Real
was
still
getting
there.
banged up.
Real
When y'all's
all
O
pro
line,
still there.
yeah, 3, but that 4th makes a difference. Like it just does. Like I mean, I can act like because I've seen it. I've seen Travis Frederick have to retire, and then we get a solid veteran in Joe Looney. He was a solid veteran, but he ain't pan out. So Cam Jurgens, Cam Jurgens could pan out. He could become a Pro Bowl type center just because of everything. He's been sitting on marinating a little bit, getting just enough experience. He's played center all his life. Like the ingredients are there, but until it happens, like that's one thing. I honestly think like when I boil it down and I look at the Eagles offense, y'all might edge us. Only because, like, 'cause when I looked at it, I looked at the whole y'all's whole depth chart, and I like, all right, so I would say, like, I looked at it like it's a wash or it's a definite, right? If I can't prove, like, so I say like Dak and Jalen are a wash because I can't, like, we can't argue, like, we're gonna argue about it. So if there's an argument about it, it's a wash. But I'd take Saquon over Zeke, right? Like, I would say like CD and AJ, that's a wash, right? So going down the whole line, I had like
See
four
that? See
four
that?
players on y'all's offense
What
that I would
about
take.
so what about
You
Devontae
say
Smith
who?
versus Cook?
I
You
like
say who and who was a wash? Wait a minute.
Listen, I'll
I
take
said
that.
CD and
I'll take that.
AJ. I said CD and
CD
AJ.
AJ.
I said
I'll
that's a
take that.
wash.
I'll take that. What about Cooks Vontae?
I take Devontae.
I don't even know who your right tackle is, your left tackle is no more.
I take
Is
I'm,
it
I'm gonna take
Tyler?
I'm taking both of y'all's tackles.
Okay.
I'm taking both of y'all's tackles, but I'm gonna say the guards are a wash. No. Left
I
guard's a
think your
wash.
I mean I
Left
was
guard's a
yeah,
wash,
left
but I'm taking
right guard
Martin.
you got
And
right guard
I'm gonna
for
say
sure.
the center. I'm gonna say the center position to me, just because I have so much optimism in BB, is a wash. But I can understand why you would push back because of Jurgen's NFL experience and BB's a rookie.
No, I
But
like BB though. I ain't
I
gonna lie,
want
I'm
to
real
I
high on
want to
Cooper. I'm
I
kind
want
of
to see.
mad. I'm kind of mad he a Cowboy. I wanted to see him wear green. You know what I'm saying? He could have.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want to see what that's going to pan out to be. But overall, I think it was like four guys that I took. I took Saquon, Devontae, and y'all's
Go
tackles.
for the tackles.
Uh-huh. And then on our side, I took
Everything else
my
is a
guard.
wash,
I just
except for
took
the
my
right guard.
guard. That's all I took. And wait, I'm then gonna take my third receiver.
What the?
Jalen Tolbert over Paris Campbell. Paris Campbell, your third receiver?
Huh? It's between Paris Campbell and John Ross, but it's probably Paris right now though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the production, but I can understand how that can be a wash because I can't really prove much outside of like a couple touchdowns Jalen Tolbert had, and he had some one or two clutch plays throughout the season, in the regular
Bro, what's
season.
going on in the private chat, bro? This is crazy, dog. Hey,
I
I'm
kicked them
glad
out.
you ain't let
But
them up.
I kicked them out. Don't worry about that. Good
Hey,
game.
why somebody got your name, DV?
They do that. It's a mirror joint that they doing.
my challenge,
Oh man.
Continue, D Sweat. My
is
bad.
gonna be the defense because at the end of the day, I'm just gonna take your two DTs and Chauncey, and that's it. I'm taking my ends. I'm taking my linebackers. I'm taking my other safety. I'm taking Hooker over Blankenship, and I'm taking my corners. And that's where I feel like it's gonna be a difference. Like I can understand how singularly KJ Wright, no Kazir White, who's the other guy? TJ Edwards. TJ Edwards, Kazir White. I can understand how they were just kind of more guys than like big names. But when you start adding up all those guys and you didn't sufficiently replace them, that's kind of where you start losing as a team from where 2022 was at. And yeah, two years isn't that long ago, but compare your 2017 Super Bowl team to the 2019 team. You see how that can go, right?
Hold on. What he said? What you say, Shift? Say that again.
I say compare your 2017 Super Bowl team to your 2019 team. You see how that can go, right?
Oh yeah, that was ugly. I mean, we was almost back though. We was almost running it back. You know what I'm saying? Until didn't Carson Wentz get hurt in the Seattle game in 2019?
I don't know. Carson was sputtering at that point. I think he
DV.
had. I think him and Foles kind of
Ain't
locked
that the year
horns
he
in
got hurt in the
18.
2019? Carson Wentz got hurt in the Seattle game, right?
But I think by 19,
Yeah.
they just
Seattle.
kind of that was it.
No, but if you look at our 2019 team too, we had some bombs at receiver.
Y'all had who?
I don't know how Carson Wentz made the playoffs with the trash, dude.
Offensive
But
line.
that's probably our most embarrassing roster of receivers
But y'all still
yet.
had that
I ain't
offense.
gonna
Y'all still
lie.
had that offensive line though. That offensive
Yeah.
line
Yeah, the offensive line was
has
the offensive line was good.
boosted y'all's team through a lot, and and when they got hurt, like the team couldn't function the same way. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not wishing no injury on Jalen. Like I say, he's a great player. He's from Houston, Texas. Texas. So like but I think his demeanor, the way he carries himself, like he's like a guy's guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like, I think there. Y'all know y'all city like dishes out the pressure. They was tripping. Like just like Dallas fans do. But with a passionate fan base comes what? Like it can be good and bad. So when Jalen starts, like when things aren't going like as it should be, like people start turning on Jalen. Y'all didn't.
I think the consensus right now is kind of 50-50 though, Shift. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think
It is
people
50-50.
want to see if last year was an outlier or is that gonna be the continuation, right? And then you got other people that's like 100% still bought in. But we had that we've had that same type of like split for like a lot of the quarterbacks. Like a lot of people wasn't 100% in on Wentz. A lot of people wasn't 100% in even on Donovan. Like we've had that split for so long. Like it's crazy, right? But
Well,
I
that's
think
just
I think
Philly
all
then.
Jalen can silence all the critics, man. But everything here, the problem with it is it's only one mission in Philly, bro. And when you don't reach that mission, it's bang or bust. You know what I mean? It's
I
just
just
being
think
real, stuff.
I
If he'd
think
have
the
won the Super Bowl against Kansas City, I don't think no fan of the Eagles would be having any questions. But the loss, and then people like they don't think some people don't think he'll get back.
that finish at the end of the year because it could look at like all right, y'all started out what 10-0, and
Yeah,
then there was just this
nah. We started out. We lost the Jets in like week 3, week 4.
y'all 10-1 or
Yeah,
like
10-1. Yeah,
before y'all
yeah,
started losing all those other games, and then y'all got
yeah,
that
ten and
what
one.
that
Yeah,
that one win in the middle or something like that. But
yeah. We went 1-6 down the stretch.
and there were certain questions even when y'all were winning, but the I guess the story was all right. Well, they're winning at least, and that's all that matters. But when those things start turning into losses, when the coins start flipping the other way, like that's not sustainable. And then I don't feel like defensively, like I don't y'all's ends, y'all lost a lot in y'all's defensive ends. Like I know we lost like depth. We lost Armstrong and Fowler. Like and that's the thing, like people talk about all the losses the Cowboys have had this off season, but I can't really say that those guys are replaceable. You know what I mean? Like we've been in this situation where people have said like y'all have all this talent, y'all got this limited window, and then boom, something else like happens. Like you end up getting somebody else. So like it's we ain't lose much in our like what y'all lost in y'all's ends with y'all Nolan, what I was hearing with him, like he's like what, undersized? That's a
He the
concern with
same
him.
size as Hassan Reddick. Same exact measurables, everything down to the T.
But like why did he seem like, was it just more just being a rookie last year that
He
he just
just
didn't
yeah, he
turn
just
up?
didn't get the snaps. He only played like 188 snaps, bro.
All right, because I was listening to somebody else and it
And
was
most
like
and
even
some of them
size.
special team snaps, those ain't even just defensive snaps. Some of those are special team snaps at that.
Okay.
He just didn't get a lot of snaps. And you know what I'm saying, he started out slow, trying to learn, trying to get in the groove. But from what I've heard, like down the stretch, even if you watch, he got better. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
started learning like how to pursue in the pocket, kind of how to crawl the pocket and get back to the quarterback instead of just going around the corner like a youngin and you know what I'm saying, you overshoot and now you can't get back because the lineman in front of you and he got you pinned up. So he was doing better, but I think it was really just rookie, bro. Like I don't listen. I
That's still
didn't
a first
have
round
a first round
investment.
grade on brother, and
Yeah,
me
I don't.
personally, I didn't have a first round grade on Nolan, but I did think he was one of the top DNs in that class. But I just didn't have him. I didn't have a high grade on him. I thought end of the first round was about right, and most of the guys in the first round is just talented second rounders. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
guys like that, you're
it
gonna
just
see the
taking their
value in
time.
year two. So this is the year to judge them. Year two and year three is
And
like
our linebacker
indication.
coach was Buns.
Yeah, but I don't trust N'Kobe Dean. Like I ain't Devin White. Like I get the name, but y'all have had names before. You know what I mean? So like that's kind of burned y'all in a sense too. Like y'all are good about going to get big money names, but like y'all been kind of like messing with these like you know Byards and uh what's the guy from the coach y'all had last year, the linebacker, and then Devin White. So um I
But
can't
Shaq Leonard was like a last ditch effort.
yeah.
Now, if you told me we went in the offseason and got him, I would take it a little bit more serious. But that was like right before trade deadline. All our linebackers hurt. They were just trying to grab something. They grabbed the first thing they could. They was like, all right, he out there, he available. Let's get it. Because there wasn't no other linebackers available, and we only had 2 active linebackers at the time on the roster.
And
Like, it was
one
only
thing,
Shaquille Leonard and
I mean, I like Vic.
Nicholas Morrow, because everybody else was hurt. Zach
Yeah,
Cunningham.
yeah. I don't really think y'all really upgrade that linebacker room. I think it's better, but I don't think it's upgraded to a point to substantially like have that defense back to
It
what
depends on
y'all
what
had in
Devin
that
White
Super
we
Bowl
get, to
year.
be honest. What
Yeah,
Devin
nah,
White and what N'Kobe Dean.
he gonna have to be a
Because
guy.
N'Kobe Dean willing to play his
All right.
role and Devin White can take over, we'll be right. All right.
All right.
Who is that?
That's Cole. Is that really you, Cole?
Yeah, it is me.
All right, making
Nah,
sure.
bro. We just had somebody come in here as Mitch, and they put
Oh, for
Riker
real?
all over the screen, fool.
What?
Yeah, look in the private chat. Look in the private chat. They calling us monkeys
It
and
ain't
all
showing.
types of
It ain't showing
craziness.
on my end. It ain't showing. Heck
Yeah,
no.
Oh
man.
man,
We
they
had to
going
curse some
crazy in
people.
the
We had to
private
curse some
chat,
people
bro.
out, Cole.
Oh wow, man.
Trump.
Bro, it's wild
Yeah,
in here.
it's
Yeah,
crazy. But hey,
yeah.
how
I'm,
you
I'm
doing, Cole?
I'm eating right now. That's why I got my camera off.
Yeah,
But
all
yeah,
right.
man, what's
Hey
good?
man,
What's good, man? What's good?
I got a new respect
Happy
for D
birthday,
Ship,
CoolCat.
man.
Thanks,
Cole, I
Cole.
can't.
Man,
Cole,
it's hard,
I got
man,
to
and I ain't
second
gonna
guess
lie,
you now,
man.
bro.
I ain't gonna lie. You get caught up. I get caught up in those chats, man, and I'm gonna go punch a punch with you when it comes to the trolling. Like, it ain't gonna make me no difference. Like, I'm gonna go tight. I got time, bro.
But see,
But
check this out. When I see, they think I troll every time I be in the chats. Half the time I really be talking real ball. They just want to paint me as a troller. I be
I
chilling,
get
and
it.
they be
It's
oh Cole,
fun
here
Ain't
though.
he just
you?
went.
It's
Hold
sport.
on. No,
It's
no, no, no,
sport.
no. Ain't
As long
nobody
as you
up
don't
here
get
for
super
console trying to
disrespectful, it's
paint
fun.
Cole as nothing. We ain't paint nothing. You painted the picture. We just looked at.
Nah.
Look,
See, and
hey,
then and then
Yeah,
y'all think it's
you did.
okay. Y'all think it's cool to
I can
troll
type
me, but I
five.
can't troll y'all though. I
I
can't.
can
I
type
How?
five
Who
is five
trolled
is
you?
greater than one all
Tell
day.
me. Hold on. Tell me
talking
the
about my
time
quarterback.
Smitty trolled you. Tell
Talking
me
about
that.
my quarterback, man.
When have I ever said Dak Prescott was ass? He wasn't. He was. I ever disrespected him?
Yes, you have, man. You now,
Tell
now,
me.
now you
D-Ship.
was trolling on that one
D-Ship.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
D-Ship. Have I ever said any? You've been here a lot. Have you ever heard me say, "Oh, he ass," or have I just been like, "I don't think he better than Jalen"?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I be caught up in those chats, man. So I can't
You in
say
the argument?
I can't I can't say that I've like definitely heard you say it though. I can't say that's been like a
I
narrative,
ain't
but
never
I can
said it. I
understand
don't
it.
think he's better than
I can
Jalen, but I don't
understand
think
it.
he ass.
I've said
I
here
got
and
him.
called
I got him.
Jalen noodle arm and can't throw for 4,000 yards and all that. Like I've
Well, that's
disrespected
true.
the
That's
man,
true about the 4,000 yards part.
but
I
it's it's
ain't
You
it's
finna
trolling.
get it this year.
it's the
Don't worry about
sport.
it. You finna get it this year.
It ain't
It's
Don't
trolling though.
worry
the
That's
about it.
fact.
I've done it
He
though. What I'm
has
saying,
not
I've done it.
thrown for 4,000 yards until this moment. Yes, he has not.
Yeah, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Neither
Y'all
has
talking
your
about
two-time MVP that y'all keep raining on. But
I just told you
neither
he a
here nor there.
football player. Like he's
yeah.
productive. I'm not saying he's Mills Davis or you know what I'm saying, who are all those type of cats, man. I'm like Jalen, like if
Can
y'all
I
let
ask y'all a
Jalen
question?
go right now, he would get picked up tomorrow, like in the next hour.
Can I ask both of y'all a question?
What's
Who's
up?
better, Dak or Lamar?
Who's better out of Dak and Lamar?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Dak.
How? Yeah, because we got to ask this. Because let me just say
Man,
this.
what's been hot lately on the media? What's been hot lately on the media is the back and forth. Is if does the postseason
Yeah,
should that be the quarterback stat, and does that define a quarter? Like legacy wise, you're gonna need Super Bowls, right? At the end of the day, when they both hang it up, Dak and Jalen, that's when you compare the postseasons and the legacies. Like
yeah.
Tom Brady has had a better legacy than Peyton Manning, but there's a lot of years that Peyton Manning was a better quarterback than Tom Brady. You get what I'm saying? Like mechanically, as a physically,
Hold
like
on,
the
Ricky.
game
I'll be
Yeah,
game
right
but when they
wise.
but shift. The problem is when they was playing though, he couldn't beat the man.
Yeah, the
I'm
coach
a
couldn't
Peyton
beat the
Manning fan.
Patriots.
He couldn't beat him.
The
He
coach
couldn't.
the coach could
Peyton
not beat
Manning
the
couldn't beat
Patriots.
Tom, dog.
The coach
They
couldn't beat
used
the
to listen.
Patriots. Hey,
I'm gonna
there's
straight
a
up.
lot of times the Lions. There's a lot of
Nah, but
times.
look, those
There's a lot of
games,
times the
Peyton Manning
Lions.
played bad, bro. He played bad against Tom, bro. I don't know what it was,
Yeah,
but I
it's a
hated it. I
mental.
hated it because I'm a Peyton Manning fan, bro. I'm a stand. That's my favorite quarterback all time, bro. No cap.
Look, there's
No
been there's
cap.
been there's been defensive ends like there's this, you remember Olivier Vernon?
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
Tyron Smith's number. For some reason, whenever Olivier Vernon played Tyron Smith, he Tyron up. But who was the better? Who's gonna have the better respective legacy as a football player?
Holly Tyron, though.
Tyron, you know what I mean? So like, and so when you're real about when you're looking at like what they are, like I get the moments, but a lot of that boils down to like those four. You can have like a last minute 4 quarter drive, but you still had like a whole what like 50, 55 minutes, like 58 minutes of football that you had to play to get in that position. That if your team doesn't that moment isn't there. Some of those moments where Jalen had to just win it on the last drive in that Super Bowl year because he had a lot of clutch moments. If you go back to a lot of those games in that Super Bowl year, there was a lot of moments where Jalen willed that team, and you didn't get to see what he can do in the postseason because he didn't have to do anything. So like on there, that's what I'm saying. That's an
What you mean?
unprovable. That's an
What you mean that he?
unprovable. I'm
What
talking
do you
about.
mean? What do
I'm
you mean that he didn't have to do anything though?
He didn't
well,
have
you
to
didn't
like. He didn't have to go out there and kill him.
because the rest of the team
He beat
dogged
both
San
of the teams by
Francisco.
running the
Y'all's
rock.
defense dogged Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like, and by the time he wasn't put in a position where he had to prove, can you do it?
No. Hold on,
Y'all's
DC.
team. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. No, because I see all them getting upset. Let me. He is not
Who got
dogging.
upset?
No, I'm talking
Who
about
got
DV.
upset?
I'm talking about DV, but
Said-
DV.
Listen,
I'm not upset at
listen.
all.
Hey, look, Coles.
I'm
I've had
just
this.
taking
You know,
it
I
You
as
have
it
this
understand what
comes.
he's
conversation with
saying,
a
though,
million
right?
people, bro.
You
He didn't
understand what
have
he's
to go
saying,
out there
though,
and
right?
throw for 300 in the playoffs. If you ain't got no run defense and you just let it run it down your face,
Yeah.
then that's
But Smitty,
cool.
he not saying that in a bad way. He's saying that the team showed up.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that. I'm not saying it in the bad way.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'm
know
just
you.
saying that
Yeah.
my quarterback.
Smitty
yo,
ain't taking
And
long.
listen. If
Smitty
it,
feel
it's
No,
a game,
I'm just
in
saying.
the Minnesota game,
I'm
in the
just saying.
Minnesota game, they gave
What do
it to
you
Swift,
mean?
right?
I asked the
I'm not
question.
mad. Oh,
okay.
he just
All
wanted to
NDB
understand.
said was,
But
"What do you
in the
mean?"
Minnesota game, they took the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hand. I wasn't mad. That man went for 175 in a dub. I
Yeah.
don't give a damn. If you ain't got
Yeah.
no run defense, and that's what you allow me to do, then guess what? I'm gonna do it until you stop it.
Yeah.
And guess what? None of
It's
the
not.
three
It's
teams
not
we
Jalen's
none of
fault.
the two teams we play stop it.
Like, and at the end of the day, y'all handle y'all's business as the number one seed, and y'all got to play the sorriest teams. You know what I'm saying? And y'all had a team that was formulated on other components than just y'all's quarterback being great. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all had a
You
77
said we
plus
got to
sack.
play. You said we got to play the sorriest teams.
In other words, the Giants and
man,
the
be real,
And
man. Come on.
relative,
Be real, man.
relative
DV.
in the
I want you
postseason,
to be
Brother,
relative.
So
listen.
come on,
listen.
man.
I
Y'all act like Brock. Hold on. Y'all telling me like, oh, we played
hold
the sorry. Brock Purdy put his shoes on.
King
He put his helmet on. He put his
Yeah, he got
cleats on.
knocked out.
He put his pads on.
Now,
He got out there, and his
listen.
coach put a backup tight end
Coach,
on the leading sack guy on our team,
well,
and
let
he
me
got
say
his
this.
Yeah.
trying to
quarterback
be.
Wait. I want to hear from
Coach
King
trying to
first.
hold
Go
on,
ahead,
but
King.
coach trying to be Emmanuel Ocho.
No,
I
I'm
get
not.
it. Yes, you are.
I'm
Because
being
listen.
cold. I'm
So
being my team.
listen, that's cool.
Huh.
Listen,
Huh.
that's cool. That's cool. Listen, my question to you is: when we played the Giants in the postseason, were they not boasting them as the hottest team because they went on their little streak? Yes or no?
All
Nobody
right.
had faith in the Giants beating y'all.
Yeah, they was boosted. No, they was
They
Nope.
boasted.
man,
That's
they was
because they
gassing the
beat the
Giants.
fraudulent
Boy, the
Vikings.
Giants was
We all
gassing
knew
themselves
what they
up.
were at.
They was going to London and beating Green Bay and
I ain't gonna lie.
but see
One thing.
Giants
Hey, the
the
Vikings is
Giants
the biggest parody team in
but
history,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm
but all right,
saying.
so I asked you answer me this
I
The
though.
was
year
trying to
In
be
your
before,
heart of
real with
the
you,
hearts,
year
man.
before
Good
2022,
question.
right?
Coolcat.
They had the most single digit losses in the NFL, and in the next year they had the most single digit wins. That's some parody.
I mean,
That's
we
some
blew
parody
them out
thing.
the water.
Like,
40 to
all right, so
3.
look, Giants in the postseason, right? Did we all know that they was fraud though? Because you know in the postseason sometimes they had those fraudulent teams. Yes or no? Did we know the Giants were frauds?
We were one of them.
No, we
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
they
we
were
thought it
frauds, but they made the
was.
playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. No, but any reasonable, sensible football
They made
fan,
the playoffs. They are professional
if you had
football.
to put your
They made the
football knowledge
playoffs.
on the line right now, are you saying
Hey,
that the Giants were
hey,
a good team?
do y'all
Yes or no?
do y'all listen? Listen, you know they not,
Okay. Yeah, they weren't. That's it. And
I
that's
know.
all
I,
I was
I wish
saying.
he
they were
played.
picked
That's
up,
all I was
but
saying.
they
And
were
that's not
picked
I wish
up.
he
Jalen's
played in
serve.
the divisional
That's not
round.
Jalen's
Man, I
fault
wish
that
I would.
No,
he got that served that way. That's not his fault. He handled his business. He played who was in front of him. He got in, he
that's
got
neither
out.
here or there. That's neither
All right.
here or there.
All
My
right.
question to you is the last playoff win that y'all got against Tom Brady.
Uh-huh.
Does that count?
I'm not dancing over it. Like that
Yeah, it's
wasn't
just a
like
wild card game.
look, games like that, like even with the Green Bay game, like those are type of games where it feels like we should if we were to win these games, you don't get no cookie for that because we've been such a drought. People aren't looking for us to win a wild card game against 7 seeds. And the worst thing that can happen is when you lose, you're gonna get done how we got done. When Brock Purdy, undrafted quarterback, beats you in the postseason, and you're sitting up there like this is our year, like you're looking at it like you kind of have the pieces.
Nah, fuck
Like
Brock Purdy. You let Jimmy G beat you in the
when
playoffs.
Jimmy G beats you in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? So like,
I ain't gonna lie. That was the one time I thought y'all was gonna win. I ain't gonna even count to you. No bullshit.
man,
Everything
see,
aside, I thought
look,
y'all was gonna beat Jimmy G because I know Jimmy G is buns. I was like, oh, he gonna get him. He gonna get him a turnover, and they just gonna run the ball with Zeke. They gonna end that thing. But
Man, so
Kellen,
it
many
was the
bad
opposite
things
way.
happened since that game.
Kellen, dog. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something, Kellen. Kellen, when
They ain't
you
trying to
when
hear it.
you
They
when
ain't
you
trying to
don't
hear it.
give
I'm
when
listening.
you don't give
Come on,
CD,
Cole. Don't
Listen,
do that.
everything. I
I'm
watched it.
listening.
I
Kellen,
know
Mike,
Kellen.
whoever
Listen,
it was,
Kellen caught. Listen, that
Dak,
second
because
game,
look, who
Kellen
to say
called a
Dak's
bad
not
game. No
who
cap.
to say Dak's not
Yes.
in the huddle thinking that he can just distribute it when it's like, nah, pass it to your playmakers. I don't know that. Mama Lamb was tweeting for something. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I'm saying in 2021, CD had like 5 targets that game. Like it's just a lot of dumb stuff they did. You know what I mean? Like you don't. Tony Pollard might have had like 1 or 2 carries that game. Like you didn't do what got you there. So for some crazy reason, like, and that's just be my whole angle though. I look at it from what the failures you have from a team perspective. I can't sit up here and beat the drum for Dak if I don't have a team around him. And I like you can say what you want about all the talent we've had. I can point you the exact holes where everything fell through. You can call it making excuses. I'm just saying that's what it was.
Well, Eagle fans are prime example that it don't matter how much talent you got when the coaching staff fails you. It don't matter.
No, it don't matter.
It don't matter, and y'all know that. You can laugh it off. This is the time for us to really sit down and be serious, man. We talking football
All
now.
right.
I
Who
know.
You
I
know,
who
know. That's why I'm laughing. I'm
Cole,
laughing
answer
because of
me,
that.
Cole, answer me this, Cole. Roster to roster, who had the most, like who had the better players roster to roster, Kansas City or San Francisco?
San Francisco.
Exactly.
Yup. We all know. Now, Smitty, man, let's be real, man. You know.
Listen,
Smitty, if we just
hold
did
on,
that
hold on.
same exercise,
Listen.
Smitty, if we just did that
I
same
mean, look, if you could,
exercise,
'cause listen,
we just
I
did
had
it.
I had a situation where we did it right.
Yeah.
Is Patrick Mahomes put on a weighted scale? Because
Yeah,
people
crap.
want to put him on a weighted scale. That's why I said, hold on, let me ask a question. Because
I feel you,
if the difference of Patrick
but
Mahomes to Brock Purdy is really put into the
exactly,
equation,
Yeah.
then
exactly.
Yeah.
how
I have
much
no
better
argument.
is the
Matter of
Kansas City
fact.
offense?
Yeah. No, yeah, you have to put it on a way. You exactly right, Smitty, because that's the way
Yeah.
real football turns out. Is you got to put this on a weighted scale. I don't have the opportunity to get Patrick Mahomes. I got to get it done with that. Like I don't have many
Right.
other options or opportunities. Y'all just saw that list of quarterbacks on NFC. So there's not a
And then
lot of,
and then shift. Hold on, I got another question for you.
huh.
Then dang, Philly might beat me to it. So and then are we putting Andy Reid on the scale? Because Andy Reid right now
Of course.
to me,
What up, Philly Mike?
And
top three
Sirianni's
coaches.
not Andy Reid, nor is Mike
Nah, nowhere
McCarthy,
near. Nowhere
nor
near.
is Mike McCarthy.
Nowhere near. Andy, listen, Andy a smart dude, bro. He a smart dude, bro. For him to see us get in 2022, right? You know
Yeah.
how he found out that play he used to beat us in the Super Bowl. He's seen the Jaguars do it earlier in the season, and we was confused.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, they probably didn't fix it. Let me try.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing to me that really made me mad, he tried it twice.
Because he knew Gannon was on the other side.
He tried it twice. There was no. I was like, he did it again. Shout out to Philly Mike though, man. What's good? But nah, listen, that's why I say if we gonna put it on the scale, then
Yeah, you got it.
to me personally, if I'm putting it on the scale, I'm going with Kansas City was the better team.
And that's exactly why it went down the way it went down, Smitty, is because like, and that's the thing about the Cowboys. When people are like, well, y'all need more talent. Yeah, we need more talent. You got a team with a quarterback that can beat you with 5 or 6 guys, and when they play a team that had about 10 guys, that means you need 11. 12,
Yeah.
you whatever it's gonna take, but you're gonna need it, like, and that's what, like, Jalen, that Super Bowl team, again, taking nothing away from Jalen, but as some of those parts start falling, like last year it was kind of hard to argue it, but as 2 years have passed since 2022, even with the addition of Saquon, y'all still lost way more than y'all have gained, like, and so that's why I could sit up here and be like, nah, I'm not I'm not as nervous this year against Philly as maybe that Super Bowl year. Because like it or not, like when y'all start going and those pieces start coming together.
It shift to me is gonna depend on two things, right?
Uh-huh.
It's gonna depend on the coaching staff and how they execute, but it's also gonna depend on how personal they took that shit. Like if it was just like, oh, we went 1-6, we good, we can go out here and do whatever. We still was the Super Bowl team. If you still living on 2022, then it's gonna be a bad season for us, right? But if you
Yeah.
out there, you going out there and you got something to prove, you really out there fighting. Because in 2022 we had everything to prove. We came in the season, nobody had any high hopes for the Eagles. The same way they have right now. They don't really got. They see all the names, but they still don't believe we can execute it, right? So if you come in and it's personal, if it's really personal, if we really out there to get something done, we a deadly team. But if we out there like we was for that 1-6, well, with people punching us in the mouth, we ain't punching back, we ain't fighting, we getting bullied, then it's gonna be a long season. So I gotta see it also. Like I sit up here and I could tell you how I feel about it, but to be honest, at the end of the day, I gotta see it get put on the field and executed. Because last year we went 10-1, and it's proven.
Yeah. It's not
Coaching
impossible.
staff turned into goo.
It's not
Can't let that
impossible.
walk.
The pieces, but like you said, the pieces gotta like grow. Like y'all's cornerback has to come in and do what like these number one cornerbacks are doing, coming in just being guys immediately. Like he's gonna have to do that. Like Devin White's gonna have to find himself.
I
Like
don't think Quinyon Mitchell gonna be asked to step in and do it first. I think we're gonna put more pressure on the guy that's been in the NFL and Isaiah
Slay.
Rodgers. To be honest, I think
Oh,
it's gonna be Slay and Isaiah on the field. I think Quinyon, if he do get to play a lot in the first year, is gonna be in the slot where Fangio is known to kind of coddle the slot. He don't
that's
give
gonna
him a
be
lot of responsibility.
I know one thing, man.
that's gonna be an interesting dynamic. Cole, you remember that Denver game when
Yeah, I was just
Fangio
about to talk about that,
flamed
man.
Kellen? Go ahead, Cole.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say that, man. Vangio about to zone the hell out of us, man. That's how he was beating us, was on zone, man. So
When last time we played Denver, not last time, the time before, Fangio was the DC over there,
yeah,
and that was that game. We just got shut down. That was one of those games where we got, you get beat by a losing team, and then we get dragged through the mud that week. But that was one of those games, and Fangio came out talking about how like predictable the offense was, and Kellen was the offensive coordinator.
hmm
And the last, like, our experience was that was the big knock on Kellen's offense, was just how predictable it was, and then how
predictable.
long,
He didn't make adjustments. No
how
adjustments.
how
Was made.
how I mean, because you gotta, like, when we were playing, the one thing that we were trying to beg and plead about Dak's interceptions was that you had Dak having to like do whatever quarterbacks had to do in the option route, but also the receivers had like they had to like make a decision. So like the timing of it, as opposed to like Dak throwing now, like he's throwing, he knows where his receivers are going to be. Like, so, like, I'm not a big football technical guy, but like Like when it like that was the big talk with Kellen and why this offense. That's what our fan base, like a lot of our guys, a lot of video and analysis they did was that's what Kellen was doing. And so maybe Vic could probably like pull Kellen aside and be like, hey man, like this why I was eating you up. This was wrong with your offense, and this what you need to adjust. This other stuff was cool, but this right here is predictable, and that's why it was so easy for me to stop it that day.
Hey,
And
you
Yeah,
that's
know,
where
if you know me, I've said that many times. I hope somebody step in and help them. I don't want you to just go out there and give what you got. You need feedback, bro. You need professional people to tell. Listen, it's other professionals that's doing a professional job, obviously for a reason, right? So if you got somebody like Fangio who's an old head who's seen a lot, he can obviously help Kellen Moore, and I'm hoping Kellen Moore is receptive. Because
he's
if
still a
you come
freshman
in and you
DC.
cocky, then it might not be a good dynamic if you're not willing to come in and change. You're not willing to come
Dan
in and
Quinn tried
adjust.
that with him.
That was
Dan
our
Quinn,
big, yeah, that
Dan
was our
Quinn
biggest
was
thing, Cole.
mentoring him. Yeah.
Me and Cole, like we would always talk about what Kellen was like. Leave your ego at the door. Like when you look at the way Mike McCarthy would throw shade at Kellen, that's often in those type of situations. That's what's happening is the ego and a pride kind of struggle. You know what I'm saying? And so somebody's willing, like Mike got to a point where he was irritated with Kellen. So that's
How was
definitely
how was how was Dak handling it though? Because I think Jalen Hurts has stepped in and told Kellen what's working and what's not working and what he's willing to do and not willing to do. He's kind of shutting some things down, like, hey, that's not gonna work. You know,
it
Dak
was
was
awkward.
they were friends,
but
man. They
Dak
were
shutting
buddies.
stuff
Yeah,
down though.
I think it was
See,
awkward
so
for
Dak was
Dak,
just running with it. That's the
Yeah.
problem. You gotta
but
have
Yeah.
when the
He
coach
got
the
can't get
other
through, you gotta have the player to say something.
the other
The quarterback gotta
component,
deliver
like
this.
Dak, since Kellen has been coaching, he's had Dak.
yeah.
So we
They
can
were
talk
he
about
was his backup
like
quarterback.
the numbers are there. Like and that's one thing. Like y'all been like optimistic about like Kellen's led these top offenses. Look at Dak. You know what he did. His best year was under Kellen. This and that another. But when Dak went out and Kellen had to do it with who's our quarterbacks, Cole?
Hmm.
Who are the backups? Like
Cooper Rush.
Cooper
Cooper
Rush.
I mean,
Rush.
he did
My
pretty
fault.
good with Cooper.
Yeah,
No, they
Ben
won.
DiNucci.
They won. No, they
But
won.
the year I want who was the
Yeah, Ben
starter
DiNucci. Yeah, all those
2022,
guys.
2020 or whatever that year
It
was.
was
We
bad.
had Andy Dalton, Ben DiNucci.
I'm just trying to think when
Rush
Kellen
wasn't
was
on the team.
OC though, because
Yeah.
Kellen was quarterback coach and he didn't have as much say when Linehan
Was
was
it Mr. Coleman
the,
on
off-
your team
the
too? The Dalton.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton was our quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was that? But was that when Kellen was OC or was Linehan still
Yeah,
here?
Kellen was an OC. Kellen started OC in 2019.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
he
yeah,
started.
so yeah, when Dalton wasn't putting up the numbers, Kellen like Danucci, Cooper Rush, these guys aren't putting up the offense. Like your offense isn't performing to that. Like in Cooper Rush's case, yes, they won, but y'all remember playing Cooper Rush? How
Yeah,
did he look?
we
How the combination of Cooper Rush and Kellen Moore look to y'all?
Smart.
it looked like after that first
It
interception,
look,
he
No, no,
was
no, no,
shell
no, no, no,
shocked.
no,
it
no,
look
no, no,
like
no, no.
blood in the water.
Yeah, he
It
man,
looks
he,
smart.
he
It looks smart, but it looks smart. But at the same time, I think Kellen Moore thought that he could pass.
Like what was happening, those first
he ain't
games
had no
that they were
choice but to
winning,
pass.
Mike McCarthy had more influence on that offense.
Yeah, he did.
And I think in that Eagles game, I can't prove it, but to me, the way it felt as a fan, like that offense felt like Kellen Moore. When like I think had they kept playing the way they played against the Rams and the Bengals when we beat them, like I think it
Y'all was
would have.
trying to play like that. We forced y'all hand. We shut the run
Exactly.
down. Y'all couldn't
That's
run the
true.
ball.
Because let me tell you what
Exactly.
happened.
Took the run game
When,
away.
when we played all those other teams before Philly, our defense had to step a whole notch up, and we had to rely on running the football. That was something that Kellen Moore didn't want to do, and Mike McCarthy had to step in after that Buccaneers game and say, "Hey, we got to change things up and run this ball." So we started
And
running the ball more efficiently then.
and look, hey, and that's the thing. Like Kellen couldn't scheme to do anything against Philly. He couldn't do anything with Cooper. Like and the thing, like when we were being successful, like we were playing against a lot of weak offensive lines. The Bengals were tore up. The Rams were tore up. They had a lot of like we were like feasting on that. Like defensively, like that's when you seen all those turnovers, those block punts. So offensively, those
Yeah.
numbers were down. Like we were like last in the league offensively. And when Dak came back in, the offensive numbers jumped back up. So that's why I bring up the abilities as like if Kellen can switch up and like because like Dak running, that was more the Linehan era. Dak didn't really run a lot with Kellen. He was more of a pocket passer. He didn't
He ran
utilize
with
his
McCarthy.
legs. You know, he babied the like now he's just getting started to because he's a couple years removed from that injury.
Yeah, and
But
this
like
most offense is helping too.
yeah, so the first year after that injury, he was kind of teetering, and then last year, in 2022, a little more. 2023, we've seen a little bit. So we'll see where he's gonna go. You know, as a utilizing those legs as well. But like, I mean, if y'all say that Kellen arm wise, like from that angle, then I don't see Kellen having to switch up too much. But only they know the truth. You know, Jalen knows his limitations. You know, and his strengths.
He been.
But
That's what I'm saying. He been very vocal with Kellen Moore about things he feel comfortable doing and don't feel comfortable doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's letting them know, but he's also open to trying to learn, bro. That's what I like about Jalen, bro. He one of those people like he willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? That even if it's not working, he willing to, try to see what he can do to at least adjust it so it works better to his liking. But he's willing to learn. He's coachable, bro. That's like outside of being a winning guy, or whatever. Like his progression over the last 3 years is very evident. Like when Jalen first came in year one, he looked at shell shock sometimes throwing the rock. Like the last 2022 he got better, but 2023, even though he threw all the interceptions and the coaching staff or whatever, he looked way more comfortable than me throwing the ball.
but
It
you
just
know,
looked like he was frustrated what was getting called on the field.
from a trolling angle, I could be like, nah, interceptions. But from like actually as having a quarterback that's dealt with that, whose interceptions was up, but you knew the ability was there, but it was just a coaching thing. But that's my thing. It was Kellen. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, I don't. He's gonna have change a couple things since he had been with the Cowboys. And like that's two different quarterbacks. Like his offense was good with a certain type of quarterback. Jalen's a different type of quarterback. Can he cater to Jalen though, and do the things that Steichen had him doing? That had him at All Pro and second runner up MVP.
How do
And
y'all feel about I mean, y'all obviously say he can't game plan, so I don't even know. Never mind.
I ain't
I was
saying
gonna
he
ask,
can't game plan.
how do
He
y'all
can
feel
game.
about him adjusting though? Like, do y'all feel like y'all seen the same thing year in, year out? Because like it looks different to me a little bit.
we've
A little
always
bit.
been upset with situational things like with Kellen, and maybe that's also grown in maturity. Law, he used to beat the drum about Kellen, kind of like what do you say, like Kyle Shanahan and those guys. They had times when they were in Washington and they weren't like who they are right now. And our thing about Kellen is that we got him in the rough stages of having a trim and him had those growing pains. Y'all getting a more seasoned Kellen. So if he does take a step, it's because of he's learning from his mistakes in the past. So the thing about Kellen situationally, it will be we get in those situations where it's like second and short, and then Kellen wants to start throwing the ball. It's like no run, or those games where we be up by 3 touchdowns and then somebody just comes back on us because Kellen's getting too pass happy, and that's what Mike McCarthy threw a lot was like that was the narrative when Kellen left was that joystick coordinator. You coordinating like you're playing Madden versus actually having a feel for the game and where the game's going and what play call you need to make at the time. They say, they said a lot of stuff was said about like his, he's creative and all that, but like does he have feel? But y'all might get a more seasoned Kellen. So if it's
I
that,
think a lot of
the,
killing problem is too. Shift he play the way he want to play as a quarterback because he's a quarterback.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what it is. Smitty.
yeah.
He playing like we said he playing Madden. He want to go
Well,
ahead
he
and
come from
you know
Boise.
he want to do how it is. What if he was on the
Hey,
field
boy,
in
when he was
Boise.
there, boys, they was air raid, right? They was
Yeah,
air
he
raid
was
when he was
throwing
there,
like
wasn't they?
Yeah,
50 touchdowns and
yeah, and that's why y'all be talking about how we like to go ahead and stat pad. That's killing. feeling himself, man. And, hey, it's all good, if you want to do that from time to time. But when we in situations, and I always bring up these two games in 2022, it was that Green Bay Packers game, and it was that Jacksonville Jaguar game that sealed the deal for Kellen. And I'm just being honest. That's the only flight he got. When you up, you got to run the ball, run that clock out. Let's go home. He didn't want to do that, and it came back and bit us in the ass. So that's all I'm saying about Kellen. He is a great play caller. He really is. He's very smart, but he feels himself a little bit too much sometimes.
Do you think it's because he knew he could do things that he could get away with? Because I heard y'all tell me before, like Mike McCarthy really didn't have any type of say so towards Kellen because Jerry them gave pretty much the keys to Kellen. So was Kellen just doing what he wanted to because nobody was stepping to him to slow it down?
Yeah. And also Kellen trying to be a head coach too. He trying to be known. He, sometimes when you hear all that talk of the boy G, it gets to your head. We all human. He young. So stuff like that can get in his head. He like, okay, I got this. I'm good, man. They saying I'm the top play caller in the league right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm next up to be one of them ones. He been trying to get a head coaching job for years. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody gonna hire him as a head coach. So what's the problem?
Yeah, so he just,
Can I ask y'all a question? I just want to ask a question. So, with everything that we got on offense with the Eagles, if Kellen Moore is not successful here, do y'all feel like it'd be a one and done, or do y'all feel like he would get a job elsewhere if he can't do nothing with this talent here? Because this is the second go around with his talent.
It's third, honestly.
It's hard to say, right? Because people
who's the third?
Y'all Chargers, and now y'all the third team.
But see, he in a more aggressive.
But the Chargers, he got a pass, right? Shiv?
I can't say the Chargers. I couldn't say the Chargers because they was injured.
I can't look at everything, right? But if you look at it, I think if I'm not mistaken, they was the most injured team, if not 31st. Injured team last year, so I'm pretty sure when you look at him in the interview,
there's still some nuggets you can get through. Now, what I did hear from like some Chargers podcasts, like I say, I be trying to like have my arguments ready. So I just, I'm trying to see what the Chargers felt about Kellen, and they said the same thing, but they said like given the injuries, he was able to like salvage some things. So and that takes like a Mike Tomlin kind of seasoning, right? Like, how Mike Tomlin, like, when Roethlisberger all those years will go down and they still close to the playoffs or something, and they're not those type of teams that if your quarterback goes down, it's just the end, Like, I was saying they're gonna win a Super Bowl, but they stay afloat. And so maybe in that you can take a nugget that Kellen, that's a sign of maturity. That he was like, man, I've been through it with Dak. I've been through it a lot of times where big offensive pieces go down. And then a lot of people, accuse Kellen of needing those pieces to be effective. And if he a man, he's gonna try to respond.
All right. Hey, Random.
What's up, y'all?
Yep.
Hey, look, I'm glad you said what you said because boy, I was almost about to.
No, CoolCat real nervous right now.
After everything that happened in this episode of B.O.B.S, I'm taking precaution, but go ahead, Random.
Oh yeah, I just called in to say, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt and stuff like that.
No, you're good, Randall. Go ahead.
Shit. But you know who else is nervous? I'm nervous right now, the way they're talking about Kellen Moore. But
I can't call it.
That being said, I basically just called in to say happy birthday to CoolCat, and
my guy.
I appreciate you guys, and you guys keep me entertained like so much. And I like to usually stay in the background, just lurking and shit. And even Cole and D Shift, you guys are making some good points and stuff like that. But I'm gonna head back into obscurity. But I just wanted to wish CoolCat a happy birthday, man.
Appreciate it,
my
man.
guy.
All right.
Yep.
Y'all be in the chat.
Yeah.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah, salute to everybody for the birthday wishes. But go ahead, y'all can continue.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, man. My apologies, man.
No, you're
I'm
good,
about to
D
say,
Swift. Y'all cooking.
Y'all. No, they ain't good. No,
My
they
manners,
platform
dog.
and they ain't even say
I
happy
ain't say happy birthday, man.
But no, D Shift got me looking at him differently now, man, because he's making some
man.
Hey, look.
he's making
Hey,
some good
look.
points.
Man,
Hey, look.
look,
Hey,
ultimately,
he's making some good points. I'm
DV,
listening to him.
DV. They always say Smitty bring the bad out of people, man. But sometimes Smitty can bring the good out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes.
No, that's why his name is Shift, because I was ready. Like when you said Dallas Cowboys content creators was coming, I was ready. I was on demon mode. Right?
Yeah.
But soon as
I
D Shift got
can't
on and he
hear
started
peace and
talking that logic, I said, let him finish. And he's talking, and
Man.
I'm like, yeah, I can't argue with that. Can't argue with that either.
We can have real conversations, man.
Yeah.
I like the troll. Don't get me wrong. Maybe in the future we can get to one. We just talking shit. Just watch a game or something, and that's just no holds bar right there. That's when the real test of my cool gonna come in. But in this moment, I'm just trying to take an approach as a fan of just trying to be more rational. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna have that same approach with y'all. I'm not gonna come at y'all crazy. You know what I mean? Now if I would just came in here talking about like Jalen Hurts was trash in the last quarterback, that's when. But I can't sit up here and discount anything from Jalen, but from what I see and what that Super Bowl team was, it's just I don't know. It's just a little different for me. Even with our team, I can't sit up here and say that. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like we won the Super Bowl. We might be another one and done. But
And
I
Charles
can't.
Barkley, big bald head tail gonna sit up there on
Hey,
TV
yeah,
and
he
say,
jinxed y'all, bro.
"Look who the Eagles are gonna win this."
I wasn't even going to talk about that. I love
Charles Barkley said
It's
that.
crazy.
man.
It's crazy because
Yeah, man, he done got his big bald
Barkley a
head
Cowboys
tail on
fan.
TV with his, huh?
Barkley a Cowboys fan.
No,
No,
He an
he's
Eagle fan, man. He talking
he
about
an
my
Eagle
Philadelphia
fan.
Eagles
an
gonna win the
Eagle
Super
fan.
Bowl.
He
Man,
be rooting
sit your
for
big
all Philly.
bald.
He be rooting for the 3 Philly teams. He be rooting for the Sixers.
Oh, he said the
Yeah, 'cause
Eagles was gonna win.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
He
Sit
said
I
your
he
mean,
was.
big bald head tail down somewhere.
No,
Man,
look,
shut up.
no.
I can't. The pieces are there, and that should be my only thing about the Cowboys. I recognize there's certain pieces, and if they go the right way, if certain things would have happened. But as we know, if it shoulda, coulda, that doesn't work in this league. But things have happened in that manner. But now the way I just saw San Francisco get beat, and that's why I asked about that. I look at it like you gonna have this is like Pat Mahomes is like the Jordan. You're playing. You got Jordan playing in this era. You know what I'm saying? You got LeBron playing in the Eastern Conference. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to represent what. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you're going to have more than just as for our standpoint, we need more than what we got, and that's why
You
I
know
can
what's so
respect how
crazy,
y'all
D-Ship?
treat y'all's cap.
You know what's crazy, D-Ship? I don't see Patrick Mahomes as Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't. But he's talent. Listen. He's talented as
Nah.
hell.
Yeah.
He's still the number 1 quarterback in the league. I get it, but at the same time, it's times in the playoffs that he's turning the ball over. He's not really Patrick Mahomes as in the regular season.
He got a
And
loss
sometimes
in the big game. He can't be Jordan.
Man,
and defense.
you think about all the mistakes he made against y'all and against San Fran, and they still won a chance the Super Bowl. That's why when we go back to the Green Bay game, you sit up there and talk about Dak's 2 interceptions, but I've seen so many players teams their quarterback turn the ball over and the team still found a way to win.
I'm gonna say this here.
That's just
I'm gonna say this here. The interception that what's his name? The dude that was holding Cook. That should have been a call. That should have been a call. That should have been a call.
Yeah.
That should have been a call. But it wasn't. That's crazy.
Wasn't.
Yeah.
Hey,
thanks for bringing that up, man. That pissed me off too, man.
They should have caught it.
I'm mad all over again.
Hey,
you look at those 3 possessions.
Look, sure, you brought up the Super Bowl, right? And I know a lot of people gonna point to the fumble, obviously, or whatever, right?
Oh yeah.
I think the most pivotal part of that Super Bowl game was when second half came out. They got the ball first, bro, and we was up 10. All you needed was to at least at the minimum 3. Let them get 3. That was the max. Hold him to 3 at least. He let him come down, and I think in like 4 or 5 plays, bro, straight touchdown. Hit him so fast.
Yeah.
And then I think the next drive was the 4th and 2. Nick Sirianni, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, Nick Sirianni froze. Something he wouldn't do in a regular game, something he wouldn't do in a regular scenario on 4th and 2. He kicked the field goal, bro. He would have never done that in a regular situation, bro. 4th and 2, we would have went for that. He trusts Jalen so much. I was shocked, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I've never said this. I was shocked. I was like, what? Serious? All right, we up 6. I sat back. We up 6. I ain't gonna say too much.
That fumble
But
in that moment.
I didn't understand that. I didn't.
You want to risk it.
That moment when Jalen fumbled, the Eagles were still supposed to win that. Like in that moment, people still felt like the Eagles was about to win the game.
We were up 10, D-Shit.
We went back. We was up 10. We ended up going back up 10.
Yeah.
Like,
Jalen freaking Hurts was Jalen freaking Hurts still.
You can't. So in that moment, you can't blame the fumble. But in hindsight, you can look at the fumble like, if that wouldn't have happened, though. You know what I'm saying?
False.
No.
Got you.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm saying I get the false. I get it. That play had no that play had no reckoning on y'all losing the game. That wasn't the reason y'all lost the game. That play. It wasn't that reason. Like, that's, for me, that'd be more of a trolling thing at the end of the day. I'm gonna troll you with that. That's not gonna be a fact. But had it not happened, you know what I'm saying?
Look, hold on. Listen.
That's all I'm saying.
Sure enough, I got a response, right? You said he would have been slipping and sliding, right? So DV, it was 25, it was 35-27, right? We scored a touchdown. Did he not call a quarterback sneak from the 2-yard line?
Cause look, check this out. How many times?
He did, right or wrong? He called it, right? He called a quarterback sneak on the 2.
Yeah.
So why you wouldn't call it on 14?
I'm saying this live right now. All Eagles fans, listen. We cannot sit up there and give praise to the offense of Jalen Hurts and the statement game that he had in a loss in the Super Bowl. We can't give that praise. But then when we talk about the defense, the field was slippery. The field was slippery with the offense too.
Yeah.
You gotta play through it. You have to.
Look, man, like and that's what I'm saying. Like, have you ever been in a situation you watching the game, right, and your coach goes for it, and you feel like they should have just took the 3 points? And then
I think he should have took the 3. I'm in the opposite form.
No, not just that game.
Not
that game particular, but any game. But
yeah, it's games where I felt like he probably should have been like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So that's what I'm saying.
The Tampa game, when they pulled Jalen face mask, we should have went. We should have took the 3. Even though we won that game, I think we took the 3. We would have steamrolled.
It's been first quarter, and I'm looking at it like, Mike, just take the 3, and we try to go for it, and that'd be the thing that end up throwing us off, because at every situation, by the second quarter, that puts you in a different situation, and then by after halftime, that puts you in a different situation, and then you get to third quarter, you're like, damn, had we just took that 3, we'd be down by this, or we wouldn't be looking at having to drive the ball down 2 drives in the last 5 minutes. We'd just be looking at having to make 1 drive. Had we just went for the 3. So that's all I'm saying. Also about the whole fumble thing, and that yes, you can isolate a moment and look at it and act like there wasn't other moments that didn't affect that game, or other positive moments that Jalen didn't bounce back from that fumble, because he showed resiliency from that fumble. That's a big moment. You're in the Super Bowl. You first time Super Bowl, you lose a fumble, and I don't feel like he came out with like no heart. I feel like he came out like I gotta get this shit back.
Right. And after the fumble, we did score to go up 10. Then you had a score by the Chiefs. Then we had to kick the ball off. We had to kick the ball off to them.
Yeah.
They got a good field position with that punt return. do I dare say that James Bradbury hold? Like, do I dare say that?
Yeah.
Like it was so much stuff in the
But
second half of
to
that
me,
Super Bowl.
DV, it wasn't even the first. It wasn't even the first tug on him. It was the follow up. You did it twice. You
Yeah,
blatantly. You
he
got
did it
away with the
twice.
first one when you turned them. Then you grabbed the. I was
So
like,
so just to circle back to
it
this,
was a
the whole
collective
the,
of
the first
bullshit
thing
for real.
that jumped off this conversation. That's why I be like, I'm not tripping on Dak. Like that's why, like, I'm not no Dak fanboy, but I know football like it's a 22 man, like 44,
Yeah, yeah, of
56,
course.
46, however, like it's a team game. So like I know like he's a competent enough quarterback to win a Super Bowl, but I also like know that like you look at the organization, we got Dak and Roma by accident. Every quarterback we try to purposely draft, Johnny Manziel, Paxton Lynch, Connor Cook, like that was us thinking about getting a quarterback. Romo and Dak were some ones that we settled for. So the only way we can get franchise quarterbacks is if we do it by accident, and that's not something I'm really prepared to like do. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust this front office to like purposely go out and go get me a guy.
Right. Because man, the last quarterback that we purposely drafted in the first round, number one, was Troy Aikman, and that was Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy
Yeah.
Johnson been trying to get Troy Aikman on his team since Troy was in high school. He been trying to get him to play for him at Oklahoma for a long time, and then he
Yeah.
finally was able to get him in the pro. So you got to think about Jerry and Steven don't know how to draft quarterbacks.
Yeah. They
Man,
can
we
build
would
a
have been.
running
Why you
game.
think that is though? Because I feel like it's the older cats that's having the problems with the quarterback.
And then
If
part of
you
it, we
really
had
think
to.
about it, it's like the old heads, right? They having a problem like going out and getting a young quarterback to take over the team.
I think only positive I can see about letting Dak go and just being in the situation y'all were in, and not having a lot of money allocated to the quarterback. And now that the Joneses got to prove to us that they can go out and shop and build a team the way y'all did. Get you a quarterback that can play competent football. Like I thought it was a little forward to like put Jalen Hurts as like the second best quarterback even after the Super Bowl. Like not saying that like he definitely like Phil Sims was mad disrespectful when he put him like in the number 20 or whatever. Like he's got way more respect than that. You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
there was a lot of components to that Super Bowl team, championship teams in general. That and yeah.
Do you think for y'all? Do you think but you and Coles, do y'all think that it has to be a sacrifice made for y'all to get to that point where y'all building a team around that?
Um, I think the sacrifice would have to be whatever the Joneses get out of this bad contract management and where they put stuff down to the wire. That's what the sacrifice is going to have to be, and it's going to be have to do like smart football things, like not sign Dak to a point where he's going to be counting 53 million. Like Hurst don't count what to like what 2026, 2027. That's when he starts counting like big
Yeah,
money toward the cap. So you got a
Yeah.
yeah.
wide open window.
Well,
With
let
a
me
Probably
competent
extend him.
quarterback.
We probably extend him before then, though. Anyways,
let me tell you
he
this.
playing well. He'll be extended.
Yep.
DV, check this out.
Mhm.
We had an opportunity, and D Ship, we had an opportunity to build around Dak. We never did that. When
Nah.
Dak
Yes,
was
I did.
making when Dak was making what less than the third string tight end, like $50,000 a year,
Yeah.
they
But
didn't.
y'all had a
You know,
team.
let me finish.
You also had
Go ahead.
Roma on the books.
We had that was Romo's. They got Ezekiel for Romo. Dez Bryant was out there. Dez was basically with his end of his career. Jason
Yeah.
Witten, same end of his career. Now the offensive line, I give you that. We had a good offensive
Mhm.
line 2016 through
Oh
2018.
yeah. Nah, Cole, we weren't getting
2016
it
to
done. You
2018.
remember Jeremy Mincy
Yeah. Yeah.
and Tyron Crawford
Yeah.
and who were those linebackers in our secondary? Like, nah,
Yeah.
like that's
Like
the thing
yeah.
that's crazy.
And that's what
Like,
I'm glad you brought that's what I'm saying. We didn't build a championship defense.
No, we ain't been no
Man, our
championship
defense was
team.
mediocre
We
whenever
had a
Dak was
championship offensive
16.
line and
And
running
then,
game.
and then check this out. In 2020, right after we got rid of Jason Garrett, they want to bring in Dontarius Poe. They went and brought up what's the other guy's name?
Everson Griffin,
Everson Griffin. These old heads that didn't even make no difference. Like we
Gerald
not getting
McCoy.
like come
Gerald
on now.
McCoy
Jeremy
after
Cousins was next
ACL
season.
injuries.
Like come on, man.
Sometimes you gotta go shop. Sometimes you gotta go shopping in the old store, man. You
And
gotta
that's what.
the thrift
But
store.
no, they would. They was
Nah,
shop.
not
They was
thrift store.
shopping in the thrift store.
Nah, when you're getting and like when you're getting AJ Brown, when you're getting CJ Gardner
Yeah,
Johnson, that's
yeah.
good shopping.
You making
That
moves,
that's what you're supposed to do.
and I'm always gonna
And
praise.
the only move has been Amari. That's been the only move.
We traded him away, and
That's been the
see,
only move.
and and the only reason they
Drafting
went to
wise,
do
we
Amari,
got
they
it.
were forced to get Amari. We were
Yeah.
forced to do it because we were trash, and they was like, okay, this wide receiver by committee thing ain't working. Let's get a lead dog, and that's when they went and got Amari. But the thing is, they never committed in building a real team around Dak. No, not like how they did. Not how like how how we did for Jalen Hurts in the Eagles. I mean,
Yeah.
y'all, it's like Christmas for y'all every offseason. Y'all
Every
get all the
offseason.
presents y'all want, and I be jealous as hell. See,
Yeah.
see,
You sound like the bad kid right now that
y'all
didn't
spoiled, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they spoiled.
See, y'all get
Look,
everything y'all want, man. Y'all
Yeah,
laugh.
everything y'all want.
we in
They
the
get nothing.
projects. We in the
Right.
projects when it comes to the off season, free agency. Eagles, they
But y'all
be.
ain't never been big on that though.
That's what I'm saying, but that's
He
what
been
it
begging
takes.
for
Even
it
go back to
forever,
y'all
man.
heydays in
And
the
I look,
90s, bro.
and
Y'all
I'm not
like it home.
you, and that's the thing. I'm not using that. I'll never be up here try to be like, well, we got the number one brand. That shit don't matter to me. Like,
I swear.
but when like I can't argue with the Eagles when I say that y'all's front office. I say free agency because I can't even say draft. I say draft. We got that, but y'all have drafted well enough,
Not
right?
recent years though.
Yeah, y'all drafted well enough. Who Cowboys recently? That was just 1 year. We've got some players like you think about. Yeah, that was just last
Last
year, and yeah,
no, the year
that's
before
still.
last. The year before last,
Nah,
we
we
got
got
y'all.
who Cowboys?
Yeah, we got y'all. Year before last.
I don't know, bro. We got
Well,
Deron
what year
Bland.
was that? 2022. Who was in that draft?
Yeah.
Deron Bland, Tyler Smith is an All Pro.
Y'all
Oh
Hold on,
yeah,
you said 2022 draft?
Yeah,
yeah.
Tyler Smith's an
we
All
drafted good in
Pro.
2022
Deron
now.
Bland just broke a record, right? That Deron Bland was
Yeah,
2022, right,
Ryan
Cole?
Bland was in that draft. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good draft. Like in 2023, like
Confidence
that
in no damn
year,
Deron Bland.
I
huh?
mean,
You ain't had no damn
you got to
confidence.
show him respect. He had a great year last year.
I said
He
no.
broke his record.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Oh,
that you didn't have trusted him in the beginning before he
Yeah,
started
we
going
did
on the
it.
tear.
We
I
did
put him
it.
in my top. I put him in my top
Who?
10 corners, and y'all laughed at me.
Oh
And I
yeah,
I was
No,
laughing at
yeah.
people that said, "Who is
no,
Deron
you did
Bland?"
that. You did that to troll, Cole.
No, I did that because I believed in that boy.
No, you said it. You said you did it to troll.
No, I said it. I was dead serious about him, but y'all thought I was trolling.
All right, bro.
I'm being real.
What top 10 in that draft class
Now, I made a top 10 corner DB list, and I put Deron Bland as 10.
for the
Everybody,
NFC East?
no, for the whole NFL.
Oh, for the whole NFL?
I did that like his I did it around like his after his rookie season.
Well, he was kind of like
He had
flashy
5
in his rookie
interceptions in
season.
one. Yeah, he had 5 INTs in a half of a season.
Oh, and then yeah, I could see when my boy Cole going to like do his
I
homework
was like, sure, he about to go off next year.
and sometimes it be projections. We're making projections more than like can prove it. So we trying to swing for the fences and be the first one to do
You
it. So
sure?
I can,
I'm happy.
huh?
I'm happy you said that because I said I'm happy you said that because I'm gonna rewind because I went to the bathroom and I overheard you say that you're not as scared of the Eagles this year than
Yeah,
2022, right? So my
yeah.
question to you is,
I'm not
why aren't you?
Man, because in 2022 y'all had Jordan Hargrave, T.J. Edwards, Kazir White, Slade was playing at a better level. Bradbury was playing at a better level. Y'all had Kelsey, Siamalu was there. I was saying all these things start adding up to me. Like and I look at I look at it as a championship team. People so like dumbfounded why Lamar Jackson can't get to where he needs to get to and all that. And but it's just kind of whatever. But I just don't feel like y'all have as good of a team. It's piling up, and I don't know if it's just projection because they know Jalen's gonna start counting, so you can't just be signing all these guys, and you got to make some business decisions. Like if Hargrave might have been ready to go, Reddick might have been getting disgruntled, but there's a reason they didn't acquiesce to these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like and like that's just not no
But
type of talent.
they let Hargrave go to pay Devontae and AJ and the offensive line. Like
Yeah,
it
you
was
got to
so
do
much
that.
that went into him leaving. Like it was so
Yeah,
much more money that had to be allocated. It had nothing to do with Jalen. Like look
you
who
got
we
to do
played.
that.
We paid Landon Dickerson this year. We paid we paid Jordan
Malala.
Mailata. We paid Devontae Smith, AJ Brown,
Mhm.
and then we signed
Mhm.
Saquon Barkley after
Yeah,
last year already paying Jalen Hurts. You know why we was able to do that this year? Because that Javon Hargrave cap hit finally left the cap this year.
yeah, for
We
sure, and
had
that's
to
why you
let
got to
him
do it.
leave. If not, we might not have the offensive line.
You got to
We
do
might not
that.
have Devontae paid. You know what I'm saying? So we had to move early. We could have signed him to a 2-year deal with a 1
And
year out.
Jalen
You know what I'm saying? Well, he
and
wasn't
and,
making that much, but we didn't want to
and
do that.
and Jalen Carter, like he's not gonna be too far. I think he's of that cloth where he's gonna be like that Aaron Donald type. That I don't like. Maybe like he just hit a rookie wall right last year at
It
the
was,
end.
bro. I
I
think
mean, he was on a
it
tear,
was.
right?
I don't think he hit a wall. Yeah, I don't say
Jalen
he hit a
Jalen was
wall, but I'll
Jalen
say
was looking like a baby all pro at the beginning, right?
but he only had two moves. Shift. What does an NFL lineman eventually do once I realize you only got two moves?
So
We
that'd be a
start
wall,
planning
right?
for him.
Yeah. So what I'm saying
I,
is that what I'm
I
saying
could
is that
say it's a
going
wall.
forward,
Or I could just say he didn't
no,
have a bag. I mean, he wasn't trained. You know what I'm saying? He been getting this shift for his whole life. He been getting away with them two moves. Go back and
yeah.
watch his high school, college. He been doing the same two
Well,
moves
maybe wall's the
and
wrong
bullying
word.
people. And he started off good.
I don't
What
even
he
mean
should have
wall
did
like
was he should have been working on a bag shift. In
yeah, I
that
don't
second
yeah.
half of the season, he needed an extra move. He needed a spin. He needed a swim. He needed something. He didn't have anything. And Lyman was just pretty much taking an extra step back to prepare for the bull rush, and they were stopping it.
So should I plan on that? Seeing an upgraded Jalen Carter?
From what he said,
Yep.
him and his boy been working. So I believe it.
Okay. And that's a
I
problem.
think he gonna have a little extra.
That's a problem. Like I ain't gonna lie, I ain't like when y'all drafted him. But I don't like how many people
Neither
let
did
y'all have
Micah.
him.
Micah didn't either. Micah didn't like that either.
Yeah,
Y'all need
nobody
to start. Y'all need to start
nah.
listening to Michael, man.
I'm
Oh
saying he
man.
didn't like
Michael.
it.
I know
He
that dude
said
making
it.
it look,
Hey.
he making it look bad a little bit. Man, I'm gonna tell brother.
Man, I ain't look
Wow.
Cole. And maybe
Wow.
other people need to start talking. Maybe they have all pro seasons too. Maybe that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that's my thing. That's my like. I mean, Lawrence Taylor did cocaine, bro. Like
I told his brother. I said, man, you need to tell your brother
You
chill.
get there.
man,
What y'all
Lawrence
really think
Taylor,
going on with that? Like, why is he like that, bro? He wasn't like that
Micah.
before. Michael done turned into a whole different dude than he was before.
No, I think that's always who he
DJ
was. He
Stroud,
just
yeah, man.
it's like that Kanye. Well, no, that J Cole song, man. He said you turn into the person you was always supposed to be, or whatever. What he said. Like
Or
They
when you
like
get
that.
it
money, you turn
They
into the
like
person
that
y'all
near
was supposed to
Pittsburgh.
be.
yeah. So and I
Yeah.
think because I mean Micah had kind of those immature kind of things coming out of Penn State, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
he
He
just
still
was
young. He's
small
still,
though. It seems
he a
like now
big
he just
kid.
like he
Man,
front
look,
line.
even
Like
bro, like even
he always got something to say.
when you listen to Micah and CD when they're doing like when they're sit down when this whole leadership stuff started off, like they even sound like kids. Like in your like when you in your 20s, you talk about all the stuff. What we need to be doing is doing this, and we got to do this, and we got to organize, and that you be about to talk, but as you get older, you stop talking, and you realize like as a man your action is gonna speak louder than your words. And he's still a kid, man. Like so, I mean,
I just don't
I
like
can't
what.
even I can't even say that though. Not to cut you off, but I can't even say that because at some point in the season we were dealing with the same thing with Slay. We was dealing with the
Yeah,
same
but Slay ain't
thing.
he ain't in the bigger platform like.
Nah, but listen. The problem with Slay is different than the problem with Micah. Micah is talking about the team. He talking about organization. He making comments about what's going on inside of the house. Slay is just selfish when he talks. He more speak on himself and what he did in spite of what everybody else did. Nah, Micah ain't talking like that. Micah is literally like, man, we need to do better, man. We need to do this. I mean, we should have been doing this. Like,
but I think
sometimes you
it.
just gotta sit back and let things happen. He kind of like overzealous. Like he always want to be like
Yeah.
front line. Like he always got
He,
something to say now.
yeah, he need to watch what he says because
Uh,
stuff like that can pivot back and bite him in the ass, and that's the only thing
Yeah.
I gotta say. You know,
They
like
both could have the same effect though, but I
yeah,
like what Micah's saying. Like it comes across like you like don't have us looking like last year when he was giving all the praise to the Eagles. You know, like the Eagles doing this, the Eagles doing that, but the way the season folded, we end up being the division champs. And I'm not. That's not a flex. That's just saying like you don't know what's gonna happen. So like don't do stuff like that. Like finish the season. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And if
yeah.
you got something to say from there, because yeah, like he was like, some people looked at it
I
like
mean, at
kind of
the
like
time he said it,
G
we was
Ride.
rolling though. Shit, we was fucking rolling.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
ain't like it when
We
yeah.
he
was
was
like
saying all that
we was
stuff.
like 8-1, 9-1 when he said that. I mean, we
And
was
then
rolling.
but
It ain't hard
you
to.
also look at Micah also got excited with Mozzie. So like Micah still doesn't understand everything that goes into like building a team. Like so he
I
sounds
think
like
that
us
was
as a
fake
fan.
excitement. I ain't
Like
gonna lie. I think
he's a
he was
great
excited
player.
just because he didn't like what had happened in front of him. He was just like,
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah,
show
and
some
but
excitement for my teammate. But Mozzie needs some grooming, man. He wasn't asked to do a lot at Michigan, and I don't think y'all have put him in a position yet where he understands what he need to be doing. Because a lot of
yeah.
times when he's on the field, he getting washed. He in the
Hey,
wrong
Cam,
hole.
He coming
He in
back from an
he's
injury still.
or
So
he stand
that's
he it's
honestly
like
that when we was
good.
doing our little comparison, Smitty, that's why I took Jordan Davis over Mozzie, man. Cause like
well, that's the thing. They shouldn't have even been compared.
I'm not overly like impressed with Jordan Davis, but like he's not what I thought he was gonna be. Like I thought he was gonna be like this monster coming out, but like he's still a serviceable player, and we haven't seen that from Mozzie.
Bro,
And
hey
then
Schiff,
no,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I swear to God, we drafted Jordan Davis at over 400 pounds. I can't even lie to you, bro.
man.
And nobody can tell me different, bro.
Hey, but
This man, listen, hold on, listen. Tell me this. Listen to this. Last year in 2022, coming into the season, right? They said he had dropped 30 pounds, right? But they never gave a disclosed weight. And then you tell me this year he lost almost 30 again, and he's only at 350. So we draft him at 425?
Yeah, numbers ain't adding up. But that's what teams they come out and tell on themselves all the time. That when he was going through that injury, like some injury there, they were like kind of putting it under the rug. But at the end of the season, like, oh yeah, no, he was hurt. Like his calf was like off his bone, and it was just some crazy stuff. But like that, teams gonna try to, and that's where we as fans we run up that information, and we're not fully informed because we're not, in the locker rooms and some things that they ain't gonna expose. But we
But
know how
Shift,
to.
Shift, if you tell me last year, the first half of the season, Jordan Davis played the season at almost 380, 390, and he played that well, and that's why he burnt out, then that explains a lot more to me than him playing at 360 and he burnt out. But if he playing at 400 pounds, I understand why the man ran out of juice. He wasn't conditioned. He wasn't getting the right things going on in the locker room with the nutrition, with the conditioning coach, strength and training coach. You should not be gaining weight during the season, bro. There's no way that you should be you telling me you lost 30 pounds and you're at 350. That means last year at some point you was playing at like 380, 385, 390.
So
Yeah,
Jordan
you
Davis was overweighted, and Mozzie Smith got underweighted. They made him lose weight. Dan Quinn tried to switch him over from a 0 tech to a 3.
y'all trust Jordan to take responsibility for that?
Yeah. He during this offseason, he's hired a nutritionist, and he hired his own personal conditioning coach. Him and Jalen Carter have been working with that conditioning coach to try to, learn how to, pace themselves throughout a 17-game season. And we fired out a strength and conditioning coach. We brought in a new guy. So I think he is taking it serious, man. The problem is like when you young, you first in the league, you a first round pick, you seeing yourself on ESPN, FS1. Every time you turn to YouTube, you see people tweeting you get the big head a little bit, man. You might not be taking it as serious as necessary. You know what I mean? So you might not be out there working as hard as you should. You might not be sticking to the diet as you should. You just doing a little extra here and there. And I think Jordan Davis realized that last season when he was playing pretty good. I mean, I think to me, like before that, I hate to say it, but before the 49ers game, Jordan Davis playing the best football of his life. Going back to Georgia, wherever you want to put, he was playing the best football of his life. And then all of a sudden, it just seemed like he had no fight going into any of the games down the stretch. And it seemed like he was gassed, like he was just out of energy. And that's why I said, Shift, if I'm looking at it, he played the season at almost 400 pounds, then what was y'all doing that he was that big? Why was he that big? Why was there like, I don't get it, man. To me, that's a whole different story. Like you playing that big and you telling me he 360, but it's no way he played 360 and you lost 30 pounds and you 350. It just don't make no sense. And if you telling me I don't know math, then I guess my high school failed me and my college failed me too. Because 360 to 30 it ain't 350.
Nah, I think like you said, man, just a college kid coming out, not just taking advantage of that metabolism and taking advantage of just being able to beat people off of just talent alone. And then when you get in the pros, like you got like real professionals who like really take their craft serious. And some guys they go in that route and they start doing all the body and nutrition type things, investing in their body. And some guys just keep trying to. I
Hey,
guess that's
CoolCat, you got that picture? You got that picture still, CoolCat?
What picture?
Jordan Davis. At the autism.
I don't think so. Let me see, because I think didn't you send it to me once upon a time?
It was either me or DV.
All right.
But I want to say like last year there was like a progression from his rookie year to the second year, right?
That's what I'm saying. All the way up to the 49ers game, he was playing, bro. He was playing good football, bro. Playing good football, and then all of a sudden he just didn't have no strength. He was getting washed out of the holes. Double teams was just taking them and pushing them over the the first half of the season, he was fighting through double teams, grab, and then the second half they were just like, get out of the way.
Did he do better down the stretch his second year than his first year?
Well, the first year he didn't get really like a lot of reps down the stretch because remember he got what's it called? He got injured. He got the high ankle sprain, and then we brought in the two D tackles,
Linval and Sue.
Yeah, so he was like third rotation. So he really didn't have an opportunity to play bad down the stretch.
He approaching up to a contract here this year, right?
He got a 5th-year option, so this could be his third season.
But that's I don't know, Jordan. Yeah. I don't know if he has the leverage. He'd have to like have like a big year to have that type of leverage to demand, in that 4th year.
Hey, DV Power just went out, y'all.
Oh, okay.
And then given who everybody y'all paying, y'all see yourself want to pay Jordan if he doesn't.
I gotta see this season. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't. I mean, if I do pay you, it's probably gonna be at a super discounted rate at this point.
The salary cap, like I say, it's it's flexible. Y'all do real well with the cap, but again, even y'all showed at some point y'all got to make business decisions, and y'all got y'all's quarterback paid, so that's a big thing. He's on the books. Y'all showing y'all can have a quarterback paid plus have a lot around him.
They probably
And
gonna.
by the,
I ain't gonna lie to you. They probably gonna extend Jalen again in probably 2 years, bro. Just being real.
yeah, I don't know how I don't know what type of position that puts you in. Again, like in our position, like we just kept throwing Dak's money back to where like everything's now
Yeah,
like
they
that's
screwed it.
pretty common. I think that's pretty common, but
What?
I think we never had like we didn't take advantage of his cheap contract to be able to take some of that money and pile it in the front
They could have
and
been
then
paid him, and they could
and
have paid
spread it
him
out.
to
See,
32 when
see,
we
but
went to 32.
a lot of people don't realize how we learned from some of the best GMs in the league when he was, you know what I'm saying, in the basement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had a couple guys in front of him that he learned some things, and I'm not gonna say how he was the first to do what we're doing now, but how he was the best to do it. Like we've been kind of like kicking the
Yeah.
can down the road. But how we
He's caught a
finessed it
rhythm
where
with it.
we kick, yeah, well, but it can get kicked down the road and then it disappears. Like, you
Yeah,
don't
but
even notice that it's gone. Like
by the time you
it's
got to kick
wild, man.
the other can done left. So that's the difference. Like now we're not in a position to extend that. Why would you extend that when he still has like you're not winning? You got to take this money that you owe him plus what you got to pay him, which is gonna make it more of expensive of a contract. And that's honestly why he probably hasn't got his money. Why
But
wouldn't you
see,
give him?
you should check this out. And this is what they ain't trying to let you know. We can pay Dak and we can pay CD right now.
Yeah, you could.
They wait. That's what they always do. They can pay them
So yeah, are
because
y'all stalling Mike out till next year?
I believe
Yeah.
personally, I believe they're gonna let Michael ride it out and ride out his rookie contract, and then they
Yeah,
probably
let's do
might
that.
and check this out. They gonna put a franchise tag on. That's what they're gonna do.
No, you think they're gonna
Yes,
franchise Michael?
yes, they will. They will.
I
They'll
think
pay.
that'd be a bad. I don't know. I think
It
that'd be a
will.
bad one.
It'll be a bad one. But see, they stuck, and they brought this on themselves because they could have paid TD last year.
Yeah, they probably
And
know.
that's when they were supposed to pay him last year. They didn't do it because they want to
And
see more.
it just depends on the
So
person too. Like, cause like Trayvon, man, Diggs, he actually took a
This
contract under
is-
market.
Yeah,
I got a
this,
question for y'all. If y'all
yeah.
had to pick one out of the, if y'all had to pick one out of the three that won't be on the team, which one would it most likely be?
One out of the three.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Uh, I probably say CD.
I wouldn't.
Like I see, you seen Devontae. You seen Devontae go. And you got also the same argument you could say about like quarterbacks and Dak not making
See, we ain't got no
postseason.
wide receiver, man.
You,
CD is
but
our.
you,
We don't have a number two.
yeah,
We
no,
don't.
like it definitely. Like, what would you rather be in wide receiver purgatory or quarterback purgatory? Has this team show you they can get a wide receiver quicker or a quarterback? Cole,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, but shit.
you know what I'm saying? So like, I get like CD
We
for
have to
me.
groom a whole wide receiver. We have to get one. If we get rid of CD, we have to draft one, a
But that's
number
that's
two one.
earlier. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like we've been in these
We got to
situations where
groom them.
we talk about these windows and we like, oh man, like when Dez was ending and we were questioning whether we should pay him, we're like you only got so much of a window, you got to pay him now. And the same thing happened with Amari. Now the same thing happened with CD. So, I
Right.
mean, I think out of the three, that's the easiest one to like, because you see also how these receivers coming out of college. Part of the reason you didn't draft a receiver this year because you have one. But how many times have we been in a situation where we could have like easily nabbed some of these receivers that are coming out? And you already
I'm,
know our team doesn't like to carry two number one receivers. We only got one at a time.
yeah, one gonna have to eat. Yeah.
So in the past, I would have been like, yeah, like get a number one receiver so you can have two. But every time we get a second one, it's because they're waiting to get that other one kicked out. Like, I mean, I remember a couple of our podcasters like Boss or Little Somebody, they were talking about how like or Big Game, And they're talking about how when we got
Hey, Cole, he
Bam,
not signing that
Baby,
franchise tag, bro.
who?
I said that's what they're gonna try to do. I
Micah?
ain't saying he
He
was gonna
not.
do it.
Hey, the franchise tag is only what 21-3.
Yeah,
Well,
they
He ain't
might.
going for that. Oh no,
well,
Well,
he
well,
ain't talking.
and what are you looking at as? Are you looking at as a linebacker or a defensive
yeah.
end?
If you look at linebacker, it's even worse.
I know.
Linebacker, he really gonna trip. It's only 20. It's only 20 mil.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
gave him
drummer.
DN
Hey,
because it was
I
close.
mean,
It was a little bit higher.
hey, that's just the drum. That's the drummer we got to save for next year. You know, we, you know, we
Yeah.
always gotta have drummer with these
That's
contracts.
guaranteed
That's
headlines, man.
crazy.
Nah, but
But I mean, like
we
we've
can
been
still
through
do
all this
nothing.
too. Like, and we
It's
like people.
projected to be okay. My bad. I was wrong. It's
It can
projected
change
next year
too.
to be 24-2.
Mm-hmm.
That still ain't a lot.
They ain't a lot. It
That
could
still ain't a
change though.
lot.
It could change depending on
Miles
how much
Garrett probably what about
cap
30
is.
something.
Oh well, he might want to be a linebacker next year though.
Yeah.
The franchise tag next year for a linebacker is higher than the DN. It's 25-8.
I just believe that Michael gonna be the one left out this year. That's just
You think
personally.
you think he'll be the one left out?
I believe even I had a conversation in the space on Twitter, you know, with some insiders, and they even said that they believe how things go that Micah could be the one left out.
But
Now
they
they,
also like year 3. Like there's not. It's like not too many people getting a contract in like year 3 or whatever. For
right.
what
I mean,
someone was saying, they don't usually start that until like year 4.
yeah,
Like
yeah, they got
and,
time with Micah. They have time with Micah. They don't have
yeah,
time with CD and Dak. Like
yeah.
they
It's
Hey
been
have
a
to.
good
Hitman,
storyline.
hey look, Hitman said something in the he said franchising Micah with his personality, his family, that'll be the straw that break the camel's back.
I mean, hey, it's a business. We'll see. It's a
Micah
business.
gonna be on every TV show on every channel. Slander,
And you know,
straight slander of the Cowboys.
we already making those moves to free up cap that we don't like to like. Getting rid of
Yeah,
Tyron Smith was a big pill to swallow. Pause. You know, like
yeah. Same thing you was talking about with Hargrave. Like we're about
yeah.
to get out the Tyron contract. We're about to get out the Marcus Lawrence contract.
Who knows
Uh,
about Zach Martin next year?
yeah, Zach Martin's money.
No, I'm talking about Zach Martin might retire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And even though you might have to pay for that up front,
Yeah.
what we're gonna do is that when we sign the Micah, the CDs, we can do the same thing. We can extend it, make the contract cheap to where when you're paying off Zach and them, you pay that off first, and then at the end of at the end of CD and them contract, that's when you have their big money coming in. So like it's a good storyline to kind of troll with if they don't believe in Dak, why haven't they paid on? Well, again, he's kind of like 50-some million.
But they ain't got no choice
So
but to say that
you may
because
as well
we
just eat. Yeah,
we
you dug yourself in this hole, and you financially you just can't afford to extend that.
right because
Like they,
Trey Lance ain't it. And then
yeah,
let's talk about these
all these,
projections of Shador. First of
yeah,
all, let me tell you about Shador. He's a good guy. He's a good quarterback, but he don't need to come to Dallas. Man, Dallas will be the worst thing for us fans and for him because number one, we all know Jerry would love him for him to come up there for to sell the tickets,
That's why
sell
they
the
believe Jerry gonna get him.
and then check this out. This ain't good for Shador. This dude gonna walk into this toxic fan base, and they gonna
And be
expect him to
expected to
take him
win
first.
off the
Yeah,
rip.
not give him a chance to develop.
but that,
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
listen,
They're
Cole.
gonna
but
You
expect.
went in the space
think about when
earlier,
they were
Cole. Hold
talking
on, hold
to
on, Shiv. Hey, Shiv, hold on. You went in the space earlier, Cole, where they was having a conversation about Dak and the Cowboys, right? And somebody said, "Man, you need to just move off Dak." And I said, "Okay." Now, looking at Jerry Jones, looking at the Dallas Cowboy organization from a non-biased perspective, what quarterback coming out of this draft is you gonna throw in that fire to win now? Oh no, the Cowboys ain't win. Jerry Jones is in win now every year, bro.
Yeah.
He not going out to get a guy he don't believe is win now. He putting the guy in
Gifted
that
keeps on
system
giving.
to play behind those pieces as win now. I don't care if you're a rookie or not. When I put you on the field, I expect you to perform. So which one of these quarterbacks can stand in that fire? Because guess what? Jerry Jones gonna be looking down from that box in the same manner he looked at Dak. It don't matter who it is. He looked at Romo
Romo,
that way. And when
Quincy
Dak
Carter.
took over for Romo as a youngin, guess what? He had the same expectations for Dak. If Dak would have flamed out, he would have moved on to another quarterback, but he didn't. So guess what? He rode the hot hand. So if he move off Dak and he bring in a quarterback, that quarterback has to be able to win.
Yep. And see, they
But
want to
he
win
going to
cheap.
do that also with we still need a one tech. We still need
Yep.
some bona fide linebackers.
It
We
ain't
still need
shopping
number
together.
2 wide receiver. Like I like Cooks. Don't get me wrong, but like I just told you, like I was honest with you, I took Devontae over Cooks. You know, because I
Yeah,
recognize
Cooks didn't have Cooks still. He still. Yeah. Hopefully he'll have a better year this year.
it's hard to compete against San Francisco when they got Ayuk and Debo along with a souped up defense. Like defensively,
I
we
ain't gonna lie,
got
I need to
elite.
see them again, bro.
I think.
To
Yeah.
tell
You know,
y'all.
Smitty, I think
I
Tina
ain't
was
gonna
trying to
lie,
get
bro.
me in it. Tina was trying to get me in that space. I was working.
No,
Elite.
and Coles, it wasn't even trolling, bro. It was like
Yeah, she was trying
I've
to
been
pull
kind
me
of
in there.
chilling. They really wasn't even trolling. They was just being real. It was Anton and a few it was Moonlight. They were
Yeah.
just having a conversation, kind of like, if you did the same question I asked you, if you got down to the the real nitty gritty and you seen, okay, I can't pay all three, but I can pay two. Who's the one that's out? And a lot of people that was in the space was like, I would just move on from that. Why would you get rid of two young guys? But then they're like, I asked,
You
this
the
is my
quarterback.
question. Okay, if you gonna move on from that, but you're gonna let them play this last season, what position are you in next year going into the draft? And how much capital do you have to give up to move up now that you're letting Dak Prescott walk? So you get
Right.
nothing for him if you let him walk. Plus, he 35 to the cap.
We can't even
Yeah.
trade him. We can't trade him. We can't tag. We can't do nothing. He got
But I
is
That's what I
think
said. You gotta let him walk. You can't get nothing for him
it's
if
either
you don't
he
pay him.
walk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or you pay him.
You got a no
all
trade
right.
clause, so you can't do nothing with him. You can't shake.
It's
So
so.
what position? What y'all drafted? What 23 this year?
Yeah, it's something
No,
like that.
no,
20,
we drafted 24 when we had
20.
traded
Okay,
back.
24.
mid 20.
So let's just say you at between 20 and 24 next year, right?
Yeah,
We ain't get no
What
quarterback.
quarterback available at 20 to 24? And then
and we don't.
if the quarterback, let's say you want, is in the top 10, what is it gonna take to move up?
Nah, it's gonna take 2 first rounds. And the thing is, like you see where JJ McCarthy went this year, so people are buying high, like super high. Like it's like there's because that's you don't want to be in that quarterback like poverty. You know what I'm saying? Like at the also it's a business too, so like you want to sell jerseys. You know, so at the least like Baker Mayfield sold some jerseys in Cleveland. Like so at the least you got to do something as a franchise. That all ties into it. And like there's nobody you can get. This team doesn't really like you. They don't really trade draft picks. We don't trade draft picks. So like there's nothing. I say because when you look at these contracts, you gotta look at the next 5 years, right? You can't look at a guy and be like, oh, I'm gonna have him for the next 10 years. Like it has to be more of like a 5 year kind of window, I guess, when you're projecting. So in the next 5 years, would it be harder for me to get a number one receiver or a franchise quarterback?
And that's why I'm saying that Dak is going to get paid because it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. It don't make no sense because you know how hard it is to find a quarterback in this league, a franchise one. The dude just came off of an All-Pro season,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
playoff.
wondering if Jerry will take that risk though. I mean, it kind of feel like he gambling right now.
Yeah,
Gambling himself into having to pay him more. Yeah.
yeah. No, the gamble already was taken, and he done lost that gamble. Like
Right.
you're not in a rhythm to where your salary cap is doing. Like I said, what y'all salary cap is doing is fluctuating to boom. When it's time to pay for this person, you done came out
So
this
y'all
money.
don't see any situation where Jerry Jones just throw his hands up and say, "I'm gonna let him go."
No.
If if that ego says, man, you look at all these other teams and what they're doing, I go just draft me a guy and build around. but then he hasn't never like really committed to building a roster.
We never rebuild it ever.
So like that's the thing. Like I don't. I think they'll roll with that. Like, cause and the person who's loudest right now in free agency is CD. He's the one not showing up. You
Well,
know what
they
I'm
gonna pay
saying?
him
I
first.
think I think IU the loudest.
Well, I mean, as far as our team,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
CD
I
gonna
was
get
just saying
paid
for
first.
between the two wide receivers, it's only two wide receivers, well, three. T. Higgins, CD,
Jamar Chase?
and Brandon Ayuk.
yeah,
Didn't
CD's.
Chase didn't get paid?
Nope.
I thought he
And
had got paid.
The Bengals cheaper than us. They cheaper than us, man. They ain't about to pay Chase nothing soon. They gonna play with him. They were playing with Joe Burrow till they finally paid him.
And then truthfully, Dak might be waiting on
But
Brock
Jamar
Purdy to
Chase ain't
get
making
paid
no
too.
noise though. He ain't making no noise.
You know, a dude
I think
named
that,
a
I think
dude.
that's listen, Shift. I think that's gonna be the biggest issue next year. Y'all
Cool.
What?
think y'all gonna be in the saga? It's gonna be them.
Oh
Oh
yeah, the
yeah,
Bengals.
yeah.
Because they front office cheap. Now they cheap.
They not even listen. They not. They like they not like y'all, but they like y'all. They like to draw it out. They like to go to like the last possible second. They like to be last in line for some reason. Like you see how long they drew the Bosa situation out. Like
Oh yeah.
everybody got paid, and then they were like, "Okay, Bosa, we gonna wait." And then it's
I
like,
feel
"All
like
right, we're gonna pay you."
Debo was disgruntled too.
Yeah, they do it. They did it with Debo. They doing it with Brandon, and they probably gonna do the same thing with Purdy. I mean, oh, didn't they do it with Trent? They did it with Trent
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And then
Yeah,
they
they
white.
got a lot of they got a good lot of players to pay.
They let go of Buckner.
They window closing. Oh, they window about to shut soon.
Yeah, I mean, if they can, like you
Hey,
said, they do
I think
something.
Brandon Ayuk ain't got paid because they trying to move. They trying to move somebody.
They got to
That could
pay
be
Purdy.
Yeah, got to pay Purdy.
Purdy coming up.
Yeah, because like I say, if you give Ayuk that money 3-4 years down the line, you're gonna eventually pay Purdy one or two, like this year, next year or whatever. So that money's gonna all be running together. You can't have all these guys having cheap contracts in the beginning, and then in the end, you know what I'm saying, it's all gonna like inflate at the same time. And I mean, that's why we just have guys who are all their contracts are running up at the same time. I mean, we've had countless guys who we're paying for them even when they retire or they're released or traded. Like we always into that.
Yeah.
And the
I
thing
know
is,
Cool Cat want to
they
get up
always,
out of here.
No, I
yeah.
don't. No, I don't. No, I
Oh,
don't.
Cool
No,
Cat
I'm
over there
cool.
like, dang, them boys been talking for 2 hours.
Hey, listen. This has
Hey,
been the best birthday ever. I'm rocking with my brothers and sisters. I got all my people in the chat. I'm just celebrating my birthday. I don't really care how long we got. If y'all got more time to talk, y'all can still talk. We
yeah, I
got
ain't
more
tripping,
time.
man. I ain't doing nothing. Like I said, I ain't want to come in all like, it definitely ain't no kumbaya. It's still Cowboys versus Eagles.
Yeah,
Like I still hate y'all.
I know.
Yeah, it's still always, it's always,
But at the same token, I can talk kind of rationally. I think
football. We can talk ball.
that's where I was Jones in the chat, man. I was like, man, I want to talk like my reasons. Like if I just do it in the chat, I'm just gonna get into the trolling game, and that's where it's gonna go.
Right.
But like to actually talk it and like actually tell you really why I don't think it boils down to who's better than Dak or Jalen. To talk about what I like about what y'all do, but what I'm not worried about so much. You know what I'm saying? If I can put, if I put anything in perspective for y'all for Kellen Moore, then cool. But then I do also understand that y'all could probably get the upgraded version of Kellen. So we'll see, man.
I'm hoping he's learned. I'm hoping he has matured, and I'm hoping he. I ain't gonna even say I hope he learned. I hope he's humble. You know what I mean? I hope he had a little bit of humility out there with the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? With having to play what majority of the season with what's the dude name
Not
the
Herbert,
backup
but
what's the backup name?
Don't make me
I know his
laugh.
name too.
You know the school?
Can't think of the name. It's on the tip of my tongue too.
Nah, all they had was Quentin Johnston too at the end, right? Allen and Mike Smith
Yeah,
went down.
yeah. The last like 5 weeks.
Yeah. They
Last
still had a
5 weeks, they were just looking crazy.
they still had a pretty good offensive line.
Hey, dang, what's his name? Stick. Easton Stick. That's his name.
Oh,
Easton
yeah.
Stick.
Yeah, I wasn't
Easton
gonna get
Stick.
that one. I
I mean, he played
name's
like
familiar.
I think he played 8 games last season. Like that's not a recipe for success. You don't go in as an offensive coordinator and say I'm going to play with the backup quarterback who was, the 6th or 7th round pick. You know what I'm saying? He really ain't developed. He been, it just wasn't destiny out there. Hopefully, you learned something. You know what I'm saying? You're a little bit more humble. You're a little bit more willing to, not say conform, but you're willing to adjust a little bit. Just because, I think last year he had to adjust his game. He was stuck with a guy who he wasn't expected to play with, and he had to adjust. Easton Stick can't play like Justin Herbert, but Easton Stick played some good football. The offense looked like it was moving efficiently. If they probably had a run game, if they didn't have Austin Eckler who can't run the ball, obviously he said it himself. I think they would have been a better team. So I'm expecting a collective. Hopefully he come in. He not like he was with Dallas. He come in. He willing to coaching staff. Hey, let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? So we can understand how it is as a collective. Let's make sure this game plan for this week is working and everything is included. Because it felt like from when I listened to y'all and when I really evaluate the situation, it was Kellen doing everything and nobody else had a say so of what was going on the offense. So I'm hoping that has changed. If anything, you know what I'm saying? When you have multiple hands, you have you listening and you comprehending and we working together, things work a lot smoother. If I was just
Checks and
on Birds of
balance.
Broad Street and I was just doing all the talking, but CoolCat the host, how the show gonna go? CoolCat gonna eventually be like, hey Smitty, you gotta chill out and let me do my job. So but if we going back and forth and we having questions, we answering, we having fun, we communicating, things go a lot smoother. So it felt like to me when I listened to Coles, when I listened to Schiff, when I listened to Boss, Law, when I listened to them talk about what Kellen kind of did wrong, it was more like Kellen kind of wasn't willing to let nobody else help, wouldn't let nobody else in. It was all Kellen and nothing else. Nobody had a say so. So hopefully that part can be adjusted.
Well,
And
I
see, the
tell you
thing
this.
was like Dak was cool with Kellen too. So then you didn't really have any help from, like, you didn't get no pushback from Dak either. Dak just went along with it. Like he's company man sometimes.
Well, I know the Eagle fan base gonna make it aware because he in
Oh
a
yeah.
whole environment that y'all don't play, and the coaching staff responds to what y'all do.
And the
What y'all
owner ain't the coach.
Listen,
see,
I told somebody the other day in that Jazz game when he didn't run the ball in the fourth. Do you know what the link would have been doing?
Please.
Run the ball, run the
The
ball. You'd
ball.
have heard that all
Yeah.
through the stadium.
Yeah.
he was protected by Jerry Jones, and nobody could
Caught
come
him.
at him, man, bro. I wanted to go to the Star for that dude, man. Like that dude was pissing me off, man. You know what I'm saying? He was his job, man. And then people, and we got a fan base. They would rather like blame Dak than we had them saying, man, no, it's Dak's fault. It didn't kill him. And we saw Kellen go to another team do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was just crazy. But yeah, man, I know y'all would have held him more accountable out there in Philly. Like if he pulled that junk he did, y'all would
Bro,
his
hold on.
spirit,
Listen, hey, show enough. After like week 5, people was pulling up to the link sitting in front of it with signs.
Yeah, y'all don't
Run
play
the
that.
ball.
You mean the NovaCare complex, not the link.
Yeah, they put it at Nova. They put it at Nova Care in front of the practice facilities. Run the ball.
Yeah, see, y'all go see. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna get to him. See, we couldn't do that in Dallas. He was protected, man. Philly. I mean, y'all. It's easy for y'all fans to be out there. Like y'all can be out there seeing the players walking to NovaCare like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? See, we couldn't do that in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be out there.
Or they're gonna have police come escort y'all off, huh?
You know, that dude was protected. He ain't protected out
Like,
there.
sir, can you get off the sidewalk and go back to your car?
Harry
No
Roseman
harassment of the coaching staff.
Harry Roseman got to drive in a bulletproof SUV.
But you know what?
You know,
you gotta consider like how big the fan base is too in Dallas.
Yeah,
and it's like we got such a big fan base that our casual fans, like, they outweigh like our diehards and our smart fans, or like the organic core. You know what I'm saying? How we're getting bandwagon fans still, I don't know. Like, that's not. I'm from, I grew up in Texas, so like I'm a Cowboy fan and
yeah.
then one. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how these new people coming on and latching on since we haven't been relevant and why. But we have those, and with that,
It's the adoption of 5 Super Bowls, bro. I mean, let's be real.
yeah, I
But that's
guess.
Think about this, Shift. Think about this, Shift. You was coming a new football fan, and let's say, for instance, you happen to get stuck with 2 teams. Let's say one is the Bills, one is the Cowboys.
Yeah,
You're not taking the Bills. You like, they lost 4. You want the team with success, so I'm taking the
yeah,
team with 5. If you notice, the fan bases that are getting bigger aren't the fan bases that are, coming along, that's growing. No, it's the fan bases that already were huge. They got multiple Super Bowls. Like, it's people that I'm pretty sure are becoming Patriots fans in the time of panic for most Patriots fans that's been fans, 20 plus, 30 plus years. It just happens like that. I don't want to go to a team that has a losing culture. If I'm a diehard fan, if I'm really finna buy into being a football fan, I don't want to go cheer for. I don't even know. I want to become a Browns fan, a Bears fan. Like, I don't want to do that. That's not in the liking. If you notice, those fan bases ain't growing though, because they don't have year in and year out success. So you not on ESPN, obviously. You're not on the big channels, and then when you own the channels, it's not in a positive light. It's more than likely like I just seen it the other day. The Browns never won the division. If I'm a fan and I see that pop up, damn, I definitely don't want to be they ain't never even won just the division, let alone a Super Bowl.
that's true.
Y'all got 5 of them, bro. It ain't hard to be a fan. Let's be real. It really ain't hard. As a new fan, not as an old, not the fans that went through the drought is hard. But a fan coming in that ain't been through the drought, he like, man, I got 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying about the casuals that say that it wasn't fans, or probably just hop on the bandwagon then, man. But man, if you still sticking around as a Cowboys fan all them years since the Super Bowl, you a fan. You a fan because I know some
Cowboy fan.
I know some that
He
switched
that hard,
teams,
man.
man. I know Cowboy fans.
You could do it. How can you do that though?
You talking about what, switch teams?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one dude.
Bro, I can't never see me putting that on with Midnight Green, bro.
It's Kelly Green on Twitter. He was a Cowboys fan, and after, I guess it was the first 49ers playoff game when we lost. After that, he became a Chargers fan. I don't know why he became a Chargers fan, but he said, "I'm done with the Cowboys." And he went full-fledged Chargers. He go to the games. He got the jerseys. Like, he switched up quick, and he was a real Cowboys fan.
But look, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, it's like, you talking about like how the Rams fans became Kansas City fans?
But part of it is like
a lot of them in Missouri.
It's like you said, Smitty. Though, it's like when you see that success and then you just latch onto it, but it doesn't take you. If you weren't like organically brought up in it, it's so easy to switch up. Like, I had because it's kind of the thing to do to be a Cowboys fan at times too. I was like my wife, when I like first start dating or whatever, we had she had like the stepdad or whatever, and like everybody just started being a Cowboys fan because I come over and I always, y'all gotta put the Cowboys game on, like whatever y'all doing, like just put the game on. So everybody kind of like started being a Cowboy fan through osmosis. Well, he did too, but like it was the Romo. It was one of the playoff games. We lost, and he took his jersey and he, what I'm saying, he threw it in the fireplace. Like, he wasn't no real fan, but it's like, you know what I'm saying?
I get
Like
it.
it's easy.
Bro, you could tell when it's organic and when it's fabricated. You know what I mean? It stands
Yeah.
like bro. Sometimes I be like, is Skip Bayless really a fan, or is he just a
Nah.
personality at this point? Because bro, that man do some wild stuff when y'all lose, bro. Some wild stuff, and I be like, what? Like
Throwing
I done seen
jerseys
this
in the
man throw
trash.
away jerseys in the track multiple times. Like, what is you doing, my guy? Like,
And then when
why
y'all
is
win,
it
it's like,
video of it? Like,
bout them Cowboys.
you want to be known as the Cowboy fan that's irate. What's the purpose of that? Like, bruh, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. If you a fan of the Cowboys, and you went through the drought, I got a lot more respect for you than some of these dudes. I'd be like, man, you 25. What are you talking to me about? Like, you don't even
Yeah.
know what it is to be a Cowboy fan.
Man, I came up, I guess, like, like the first, what was it, I think 93 and 94, I was probably like 5 and 6 years old, and then we won the one in 96. That was maybe like 8. So on one hand, it's like, yeah, you young, did you even know football? But like I can remember like having like little cowboy fits and jerseys on, and you know what I'm saying, you be in the front yard playing football, you acting like you Dion or Mike or Emmett, you know what I'm saying? So I still have like I know I was a fan, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but it doesn't really do much for you at the end of the day. We get into it like we got 5 Super Bowls, but y'all be on some. We got the most recent one. That's a hard battle, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I don't this year. I don't really see us getting that 6th one. I put it that way.
Yeah.
Like I know we're not gonna miss the playoffs. I know a lot of this off-season stuff is kind of overblown. Who's gonna get paid? Look at all the players y'all didn't get. Y'all didn't make no moves in the off-season. But you still can't tell me 7 better teams than the Cowboys in the NFC. Like we're gonna make the playoffs.
Still go to them games too. That's still got
Yeah, it's the Eagles and the Cowboys for the division this year.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Jaden Daniels comes out on some RG3, CJ Stroud type stuff. But you also look at Washington. Like what's
I ain't gonna say I
Washington
don't
team?
see it because I think he's talented as a player, but as
Where's
far
the
as
O
like,
line?
I was gonna say I think the way he plays a little bit is a little reckless. He gonna take a little punishment. I ain't gonna cap pause.
Yeah, they can hype up like Dan Quinn being a coach and their DC, but like they don't got no Mike over there. You know what I'm saying? Like you need a
They
Mike
don't
up
got a
in
lot of the
front.
things that he had
Mhm.
at Cowboys. I mean, they
Yeah,
thought they fabricated some things and put some things together,
I got Joe
but
Witt Jr.
yeah, they got Joe
I don't
Witt.
get it, man.
Joe Witt Jr. They ain't got
Yeah,
Al Harris.
That's the
yeah,
DC, right? That's gonna be the
yeah,
active DC for them.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He was our pass game coordinator in Dallas.
Didn't
He
he try to get y'all? Didn't he try to get y'all DB coach too?
Yeah, they
They
couldn't get
tried,
him.
he blocked it. He blocked it.
They
But Al
couldn't get
Harris,
out.
Al Harris is the assistant head coach.
Yeah, Al Harris got next, man. He gonna be like kind of. I feel like he gonna take like a D'Amico Ryan's kind of path. Cause you look at what he did with
I don't
Bland
know.
and Diggs. He doing something.
Head coach? Nah, they ain't gonna make him.
Who Al Harris, head coach?
They ain't gonna make him no head coach. Come on now, Jerry. He ain't there yet. He ain't
I ain't
there
talking
yet.
about Dallas. I ain't talking about
Oh,
Dallas. Yeah.
No, Coles. He wasn't. I knew he wasn't talking about Dallas. I was just gonna ask him what he thought Al could end up at.
Al Harris is a good one, yeah.
Man, that's tough.
I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah, but I just think there's like an appeal and like what he's done with the cornerbacks. I think he still needs to go like solidify himself as a DC, but we've seen position coaches jump up to head coaches, before.
I can see Al. I can see Al going to Tampa.
Yeah, that'd be a good fit.
I think they getting. I think they getting a little. What is it called? Fatigue with the coach they got at the moment. I think he probably got this year, maybe 2025, maybe. It depends on how this year go. I think they're getting a little fatigue of him just being the same year in, year out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
Like
out
it's like,
here. They can't hold them too much
Hey,
longer.
I'm gonna hop up. I gotta deal with my damn kids. Y'all be easy, man.
All right,
yeah,
Cole.
man. I
All
think
right,
we
man.
finna get up out of here in a minute, anyways, man.
Y'all
We
be
That's a
easy.
bit,
see.
man. I mean, I about said everything. You know, I think we've come to a good understanding as a fan base, and um, I can be real with y'all, you know, too. Like,
Yeah.
just like y'all, I can see y'all ain't nothing but real too. So it's been a good conversation. I ain't
Mhm.
gonna lie, man. I was kind of hyping myself up, thinking it was gonna be, but I was like, man, we're gonna come at it
Yeah,
respectfully.
we'll bring you back next time. We got you, D Swift.
Yes, sir. Well,
Yep.
man, y'all keep in touch, man. Good stuff, bro.
No problem.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you. All right, y'all. I know. Hey, listen, y'all. This was basically the best birthday ever, despite all them stuff going on. But I appreciate Moan. I appreciate Smitty. I appreciate Kane. I appreciate Rock. I appreciate all y'all for the birthday wishes. Hopefully, y'all hit that like button because we went 2 hours and 35 minutes. So, all right, let's go ahead and give our final thoughts and let's get ready for bed. Go ahead, Smitty.
I don't know about bed, but
The
nah,
check
man.
down. I know the check down tomorrow. What you got
Yeah,
tomorrow?
noon, man. Check down at noon. Big 12. We're gonna talk a little football, man. You know, we're gonna get into some things, but nah, man, it was a fun conversation. It was cool to come out and hang out with CoolCat, you know, for his birthday. You know,
Our brother.
DV, Simone,
Yep.
Schiff, Coles, Random. It
Stu.
wasn't okay for the spammers.
Yeah.
Stu.
My bad for
But
the spammers. My bad for the spammers.
it's all right, man. I just won't monetize it because I ain't gonna have them shut my page down. But I'm gonna leave it up because it was a good conversation and people can get past that part. It was real productive, man. I enjoyed, you know, sitting back and having real conversation with somebody that can talk ball. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's always the same energy towards them. But I think I got a little bit more respect for them guys, man, because you know what I'm saying, it was fun, man, to have some collective conversations. You know, it wasn't just a bunch of trash talking banter.
Right.
So we enjoyed ourselves. So appreciate y'all for coming out, man, popping in with us, man. Tune in tomorrow, noon, check down 4133 podcast, man. Go Birds, fly Eagles, fly.
Yeah, 33 years for your boy, y'all. Here's the 33 more with my boy Smitty, with my sister Moan, with King DV, with One Trey Rock, with all you guys, man. It's been a one great birthday. Here's to many more. Please, for my birthday, we're about 2 hours before midnight. Go to Birds Broad Street, go to Smitty's channel, go to Moan's channel, go to King DV's channel, go to everybody's channel. Get them likes up. You got until midnight. All right? You got until midnight to get them likes up on everybody's channel. For me, for Moan, for Smitty, for Trey, for King DV, for Stu, for D Swift, for Cole, for everybody, man. You got until midnight. And with that being said, thanks for coming to the birthday party. Fly, Eagles, fly, go Birds. And just remember, you're always welcome to Broad Street. Peace.
Turn up for your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.